plenty of protesters out earlier, Lord willing, they pass by again, and we can have some conversations, and you brothers be edified, brothers and sisters, family out here, man. We are the refiners again. Like, share, subscribe. Hey, share the video, guys. Share the video. Share the video. Give it a few minutes for you guys to pop in here. Shalom, family. Shalom, man. Give it a couple minutes, man. Lord willing, you guys have been liking these lives that we've been having. Lord willing, we go live every weekend for y'all. I'll be trying to keep an eye on the chat. You guys got good questions, I'll go ahead and let the brothers know so they can be answered for you guys. Right? We'll be timing brothers out, hiding brothers if you guys just stay on some BS on here. All right? Well, let's do it. Go ahead, brother. Flip it off.
All right, first and foremost, I want to say, Kol Tawadah, La Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai, right? We are the Hebrew Israelites known as the refiners here to edify our people, right? It's a little dry today, but we still going to bring it out, right? We're going to talk about our children, right? And how to bring them up scripturally, bro, righteously, right? Because a lot of us are going off. Coming into this truth, this blew my mind. Learning about, oh, this says that in the Bible. Read it to me. They're reading it to me. I'm like, which Bible is this? The King James Version. I'm like, this is the same one they use in my church. And it's because the message is not being put out, right? They cherry pick these verses and tell us in these churches, and we run in this world, start knowing these things that are not true, right? And that's how I was raised. And I came into this truth, and now I know this truth. And what's the next step? Is to come out on these streets, but also to teach our children, teach our wife, right? It's important to teach these people in our household to leave them this inheritance of this word, right? Because it's everlasting, right? Give me Deuteronomy 6:6, Bible Kasha.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 6. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart.
So these words that he commanded should be in your heart. Meaning you should be thinking about this. You should be feeling this every day. You should be meditating in this, right? It's supposed to be in your heart. It's in your heart to wake up and eat breakfast every day. It's in your heart to wear this outfit that you're planning yesterday, right? It's in your heart to do a lot of these things, but it's not in your heart to talk about the word of God, right? To meditate in the law. It's not in your heart yet. It's not in your heart the faith that you should have for Yahweh, right? And in Christ. It's not there yet in your heart. So we got to make sure we have this in our heart. Keep going.
Verse 7. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house.
Okay, you see how it says teach diligently, right? Be sharp with it. Let them know. Explain it to them thoroughly so they understand, right? And it says to teach them when?
And shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house.
When you're in your house, right?
And when thou walkest by the way.
When you walk is by the way, when you walk into the corner store, when you're walking around the mall.
And when thou liest down, and when thou risest up.
And when thou liest down at night, Mimi's time, and when you wake up. This is how much you're supposed to be talking about this word, right? To your children. Because as children pick up on things that interest them, right? They want to play baseball. They wake up and go run to their toy because we told them they had to go to sleep last night. And they're like, man, I still want to play my toy. No, go to sleep. They wake up, toy. But they got to wake up and talk about, let's pray, right? Go to sleep and can you read me a story? Can you read me this book, right? They got to have that enthusiasm as a child because when they grow up, they're gonna follow the same ways that they were taught when they were a child. And that's what we want for our children, man, because our children are the future, right? Our children is what's going to teach their children, right? Because this world is not safe, right? This world teaches us a lot of crazy things. You know what I'm saying? This world is full of lust, right? You go on TikTok, you go on YouTube, and you put the kids channel, and a lot of stuff is popping up about murder, lustful, disgusting things. We got to watch out for this world, right? And this is why it's important to keep diving into these scriptures, right? Give me that in Psalm 78, Bible Krishan.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 78, verse 5.
And if you're a Bible reader, this is straightforward. This tells you exactly what you have to do and exactly what happens when you don't do it. If you're a Bible reader and you don't agree to this, you're not a Bible reader. You're a Bible viewer, right? You're not here to understand. Read
in
that
the
Bible.
GNT, for he established his testimony in Jacob.
All right, so he established his testimony in Jacob. Right there, you don't see it's the whole world. It said his testimony with Jacob. All right, keep going.
And appointed a law in Israel.
And Israel, again, you don't see world there. You don't see other nations. You don't see Ishmael. You don't see Ammon. You don't see Moab, Canaan. None of those things, right? And this is not even a part of my point, but this goes to show that these special words that God has instructed us is specifically for Jacob and Israel, right? The so-called black, Hispanic, and indigenous. You don't agree with that? You don't know history. You don't know archaeology. You don't know the Bible, right? Keep going.
Which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children.
So he commanded our fathers. I'm going to just let you know our fathers failed because I didn't know this word when I came into this world, right? I didn't even hear about I didn't know nothing about no Hebrew Israelite, right? Not that that is very important, but it's important to know what an Israelite is, right? Because that's the chosen people of God. God made a covenant with them. God made a promise to them. So we got to figure out who these people are because these people are real special, right? And we figured it out, right? So again, he instructed our fathers to teach our children. Keep going.
That the generation, Salaki, verse 6, that the generation to come might know them.
So the generation might know them, right? These things that God says, again, I didn't know them. You know, in the world, when I was about in high school, I started keeping some of the 10 Commandments. It was in my spirit to keep them. I didn't lie. I didn't steal, right? I didn't say the Lord's name in vain. I thought just saying his name, which wasn't in praise, was saying it in vain, right? And I thought his name was God, but it was Yahweh, right? But I was keeping the commandments. But I didn't know these things, right? Keep going.
Even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children.
So the children that should be born, right? Our kids as a newborn should hear this, right? Our kids take on traits that they hear from the womb, right? For instance, my son, I was always playing music in the womb. He hears a certain song, he's looking around, he likes music. So we should be talking to our children from the womb about God, about Yahweh, right? So when they come out, they know of Yahweh's name. They know of Yahweh's glory. They know of Yahweh's judgments. Yahweh's going.
That they might set their hope in God,
Okay.
and not forget the works of God.
There you go. So they put their hope in God, right? You got to put your hope in God. You have to have faith in God. You have no, if you're not going to know the reason why, you're never going to grow because you have no faith, right? Keep going.
But keep his commandments and might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation.
There you go.
A generation that set not their heart aright and whose spirit was not steadfast with God.
There you go. Because they had no fear in God. They had no faith. They were rebellious. They didn't listen, right? And that goes to show, right? I told you guys in the beginning, they failed. There you go. They failed for that reason because they had no faith. And that's why our children have to have faith. And how do you get that faith? Is by being instructed and taught. And whose responsibility is that? The mother and the father, right? The father is supposed to be teaching the mother as well, right?
It'd be fun.
So we got this dude, right? His name is Channing in the chat, right?
All right, what's up,
And
Channing?
his thing is there's no way that Hispanics can be a part of this, right? And we can't prove it with archaeology and history.
You can't prove it with archaeology and history, all right? Since you think you know about archaeology, right? Was New Mexico a part of Mexico? Let me know when Channing responds, right? Does Channing respond? Flee from me, devil, right? Again, this guy don't know. New Mexico, right, used to be a part of Mexico. And what do we see in New Mexico? Let's bring that out. Let's bring out the stone, right? Khan. You see that? That's found in New Mexico. Now, what is Hebrew artifacts doing in New Mexico? That was once part of Mexico, and it wasn't even that long ago. It was very recent where they changed it to part of the United States. right? So again, you say archaeology, I don't know anything. Then what? Tell me why there's Hebrew artifacts found in Mexico. Explain to me why there's temples in Mexico.
We got the receipt.
Explain to me why we have lily work in Mexico, knowing that in First Kings and in Second Kings it mentions lily work on the temples, on Hebrew temples, right? I'm just connecting the dots here for you, Channing, right? Beware of people like Channing, right? Channing just says something, doesn't show nothing, shows no information, shows no scripture, and these are the devils we got to resist from, right? A devil is someone who's going to deceive you. Look at this person deceiving us, right? We haven't even went into the scripture, right? Yeah.
Right.
She's El Salvadorian. I was telling her that she could find her people in the Bible.
I got the right person for you right here, right?
Oh, yeah, that's your countryman.
He's from El Salvador, right? Yeah. He knows a lot about El Salvador. I know a lot about Mexico, right? I'm still learning about my brothers right here. Yes, sir.
How y'all doing? What's your name, sister? Davina, nice to meet you. I'm Alawan, right? So basically, where were you from?
I'm from Fairfield.
Oh, what country is your family from?
Oh, well, I mean, my mom's from El Salvador.
Salvador. Okay, cool. So basically, what we out here doing, right, is showing our people, the so-called Black people, so-called Hispanic people, and so-called Native Americans, that we're actually from the 12 lost tribes of Israel. You ever heard that before?
No.
All right, you ever read the Bible before, or heard about it, or
Yes, of course.
right? So, are you familiar with the Book of Exodus, where Moses led the people out of Egypt? So there's 12 tribes that came out. Everybody knows about Jews, right? You heard about Jews, right? But there's 11 other tribes that isn't taught about in church, right? It's 12 tribes of Israel, not just the Jews, right? And what we out here to show is that the so-called El Salvadorians, right, amongst other people down there in the Latin Americas, we derive from the tribe of Zebulon in the Bible, right? So the reason why we think that is because when we look into our history in El Salvador and stuff, right? Because my family from El Salvador too. Um, do you know what part of El Salvador your dad come from?
I believe San Salvador.
San Salvador, right? Okay, so there's two majority of the native tribes in El Salvador, right? It's the Pipil tribe, right, and then the Linca tribe, right? So in El Salvador, we actually come from a bigger group of the Mayans, right? Our native language is called Nahuatl, right?
Okay.
So this is the reason why we speak English today. That is a European language, right? Spanish is a European language. The reason do you speak Spanish?
No.
Okay, cool. Either way, those languages are two white people languages, right? We lost our history, we lost our culture, we lost our language, we lost our God. And we got given another God by the same people that put us into slavery, the same people that stole our gold, the same people that made our aunties, our uncles, our grandmas bow down to them right when they came to the shores of El Salvador. El Salvador was only called El Salvador for the last 500 years. For 2,000 years before that, you know what it was called? Right? So there's it's we have a bunch of history of our people, right? But we ain't told all this. There's let me show you something, right? There's on our on our people, we had high priests. We had high priests. We had our own Bible. We knew about Christ, right? Before all this, there's a Mayan Bible called Popol Vuh, right? So in that Bible that we had before the white man came over here to do all the stuff I just told you about, uh, our book actually told us about creation, where we came from, and how we even got to El Salvador in the first place. It says we crossed the oceans from the east all the way from the other side of the world and came here on boats. Coincidentally, that's the same thing as the Bible says, right? And a lot of like I told you, our native language is Nahuatl, right? So a lot of the words that we have is actually broken Hebrew, right? So I know you told me you don't really speak that much Spanish, but there's for example, like you show like a baby, you get like a baby bottle. Where we from is we call it a pacha, right? That's not even a Spanish word, but we speak that, right? So where do we get that from? It's language. It's native languages that we speak. All these words is broken Hebrew, right? Like you call a girl like beautiful, you'd be like esta guapa, right? How you say beautiful in Hebrew is yapa, right? So if you start to look at our native languages and stuff, it's broken Hebrew. It's a lot of it, right? We had Mayan high priest in El Salvador. They would have long garments. They would do sacrifices, right? And when we go into the Bible, we see that we didn't get that from nowhere. It's no coincidence that in the Latin Americas there's more pyramids in our side of the world than there is over there in Egypt, right? We have all different types of stuff over there. And when we start listening to the elders over there and asking them, where did we learn how to get all this stuff from? Where did we even come from? They'll say, like, we came from the other side of the world. We come from a royal family, and we left over there to come over here to start a new civilization. But the thing is, there was a, you got some, go ahead.
Sister, like, because you're Salvadorian, we also believe you guys are close relatives to like the Guatemalans, which is right next to, right?
Right.
This is an excerpt from says Crónicas Indígenas de Guatemala in the year 1524. The Mayans of themselves said, "We are the grandchildren of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who were called that way. We are also those of Israel. Our grandparents stayed in Canaan, in that land of God that our Lord granted to Abraham."
Right? So basically, this is what our people, because Guatemalans, we're not really the same country, so to say, as El Salvador, right? But the thing is, if we remove the borders, right, of Nicaragua, El Salvador, Honduras, and Guatemala, right, we're all the same tribe. We're all the tribe of Zebulon. We're just, you know what I'm saying? They like to come down and divide us. That's how you
Right.
rule over people. That's how you get on top of them. You conquer and you divide them, right?
Right.
Divide and conquer, right? But right there, the brother was showing the excerpt of history showing that our people know that we were from the land of Israel. The thing is that as soon as the Europeans came, they beat it out of us. We lost everything. That's why our cult, we act like them, we dress like them, we talk like them, we want to be like them. For the most part, that's why a lot of our sisters like to dye their hair blonde, wear contacts to put blue eyes. It's a Stockholm syndrome, right? We want to be like our oppressors, right? But the thing is, this is a lot of history that has been hidden from us, right? So I definitely encourage you, sister, like, actually, I don't know if you're still in contact with like your family members or Salvador or anything like that, but you could also like search up like on the internet about our history and stuff like that.
Right.
We got YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and you know what I'm saying, email, all that. If you have any questions, but I know y'all got somewhere to go. But before y'all go, do you got any questions? What do you think about the information I just told you?
No, it's great information. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, cool. Do you
Thank you.
believe in God?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So let me ask you a question, right? Give me Revelation 13 and 9, right? And you believe in Jesus?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Give me Isaiah 14 and 1. I know you got somewhere to go to, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to leave you with two verses, and I want to get your basically what you think about it, right? Give me Revelation 13 and 9.
Kyle, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 9.
Mind you, this is Jesus, right? This is Jesus. Go ahead.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
So if you got ears, listen to this, right? Go ahead.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Just like how the so-called European man brought us our people, so-called black people, so-called Hispanic people into slavery, they're gonna go into slavery. Go ahead.
And he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here,
On paper, it says only about 1.6 million of us died. We know that that's just the numbers they're giving us. It was way more. So all them that killed us with the sword, Jesus said that they had to be killed with the sword when he comes back. Keep going.
here's the patience and the faith of the saints.
So we're patiently and faithfully waiting as saints of the Most High God to wait for Christ to come back to put that judgment on these people for us, right? Because every time we try to get together and do something, we get thrown down, right? The Brown Berets, right? The Black Panthers, Black Wall Street. Every single time we get together, the government comes and destroys what we got going on because it's a powerful thing once black and brown get together and we start rising up. That's the most thing they're fearing of, right? And then this is the last verse right here.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob
Right? The Lord's going to have mercy on black, Hispanic, and Native Americans today. Go ahead.
and will yet choose Israel
Right?
and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them.
This is what's going to happen when Christ comes back. We're going to be put back into our rightful land, and we're going to take those strangers that took us. We're going to take them now. Go ahead.
And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob,
They're gonna cleave onto us. Keep going.
and the people shall take them
We're gonna take them.
and bring them to their place,
We're gonna put them in their place and do what?
and the house of Israel shall possess them
We're gonna possess them, right?
in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
So just like how we was being their servants, even to this day, like they'll have like rich white folks, they're gonna get like a black nanny or a Hispanic nanny and have them take care of their kids and clean the house and do all this stuff. Read that servant part again.
Um, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids,
Hold that.
and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were,
Uh-huh.
and they shall rule over their oppressors.
So we're gonna rule over our oppressors, the same people that is on top of us right now, while we at the bottom in the ghettos, up in the hoods, up in the prisons, right on these streets, drug dealing and pimping our sisters out, all this stuff. The same people that is on top of us is gonna get flipped upside down, and we're gonna be ruling over our oppressors in that day, right? So in order for that to happen and for us to be saved, right, because death is coming to America soon, and we want to be saved. We want to be saved by the Most High God through His Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His real name is Yahushua in the
Right.
Hebrew, right? So the only way for us to be saved and to have this happen is if we keep the commandments of God and have faith in His Son, right? That's the only way that we're gonna be able to be spared in that day. And I really would want you, sister, and your family to be saved in that day. You know what I'm saying? So I'll definitely say keep the commandments of God and faith in Christ. Check out that flyer, and I hope y'all have a nice day. Yep. I hope y'all have a nice day. Be safe, and God bless y'all family. Yep.
Thank you so much.
Right on, sis.
All right.
Thank you.
Right on, sis.
Somebody said they honestly don't want a white nanny.
Hey, I don't blame you, right? But hey, man, somebody's gonna have to be doing this stuff in the kingdom, man. The speaking in tongues? Absolutely. Give me 1 Corinthians.
I understand it. I was just telling them that my grandma, she speaks it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So that's how bad that she really that spiritual. To me, I don't believe in like a God. I believe in a higher power.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did 12 years in prison, so I studied Buddhism, go down the line. I done studied it all. I done read it, sat down. I had too much time to pick up a book to have an understanding with it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So the same thing I was just telling him, Jesus wasn't then when I was just telling him, I said something about a prophet. He was a prophet.
Okay.
It's like Muhammad, when as far as him Muslim way, he was a
Yeah.
prophet. He was a person that spoke the word for the person that obviously died. And
Okay.
it's like right now, if you're the Pope, right? Say if you're the Pope and you end up dying, somebody that's gonna come fill your shoes to finish saying what you were saying.
Yeah, predecessor.
To bring the message to the people.
Right.
That's a prophet. That's a message. You
Okay.
feel me?
Yeah. So definitely, when we go into the Bible though, they be saying that whatever, if a man speaks something that's gonna happen before it happens, that's a prophecy, right?
Right.
So if a man is speaking something that's gonna happen before it happens, that's a prophet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then like the messenger, messengers and another words that could be called like an angel, a messenger, or somebody that comes down and relays a message, right? You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think so, bro. But have you ever heard that the black people are so-called Jews in the Bible?
Yeah.
You believe that?
I'm gonna be honest. It's a lot of shit I don't believe.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because it's like all these books was already written. All
Okay.
it was another human that rewrote the book.
Yeah.
You feel me? And
Yeah,
they just
but-
reworded it a little bit. That's it.
Isn't every book that you read written by men?
I'm gonna be honest. Majority is.
What book isn't isn't written by a man?
Shit. Name one I can't name. You
That's
feel
what I'm
me?
saying, so-
me personally, like, I like to get knowledge off shit I see.
Experience, yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Can't nobody tell me how to live life. It depends how you live your life.
Mm.
The Bible, you speak upon it,
Right.
but it's about how you live your shit.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You know the wrongs and the rights and the do's and the don'ts.
Yeah.
You feel me?
But-
so at the end of the day, common comes from sense. You feel me? That's if you want to take it.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, would you agree that not everybody got common sense? Because
Nah.
somebody might think it's right for me to rob you, right? While in your eyes, it's wrong for me to rob you, right?
But naturally,
Where do
we all know that it's not right.
We all know that it's not right.
We all know there's no way in this world if your mama, your daddy, whoever raised you, you standards and morals, right?
Yeah.
If your grandpa,
Yeah.
you sat on your grandpa's lap and he told you, hey grandson, don't go and do this, you're not gonna do it, but you're gonna do it just to test the water.
And you know what that is? You know that's the law of Moses, right?
Yeah.
So by law, what you're saying right now is actually really spiritual, bro. You saying some real spiritual stuff right
I'm
now.
a spiritual person.
That's what I'm saying,
You
bro.
feel
So
me?
then give me Romans chapter 10, verse 4, right? Let me or 2, 10 and 2. Right? So you speaking through the spirit right now, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you got some? Come on, read that real quick.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Surely vain are all men by nature,
Right.
who are ignorant of God,
Mm-hmm.
and could not out of the good things that are seen know him that is.
Right.
Neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster.
Mm. Right. So there's somebody. Keep going. That was it. Right. So there was somebody that made all this though. You know what I'm saying? This is all this stuff. So we have to acknowledge the workmaster that made this stuff, right? Because me and you, we can't make stuff like this. We can't just create a world of people and all this stuff. I mean, we could create like babies and stuff, but you know what I'm saying? Like something out of nothing, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So keep going.
Verse 2, but deemed either fire or wind, or the swift air, or the circle of the stars, or the violent water, or the lights of heaven to be the gods which govern the world.
Right. So the things that like the sun, the moon, the stars, the constellations and stuff like that, right? We could observe these things, right, and study it, right? But there's a creator that made those things, right? So we rather go to the source of the person that's giving us what's right and wrong, right? Instead of a man, like you said, that's saying like, okay, well, it's bad to do this, it's bad to do that. We got the blueprint of what we shouldn't be doing, right? Thousands of years before, like we even, you know what I'm saying? This is how we know it's prophecy because it happens thousands of years before it even happens, point by point. I think a scientist said that in order for the things to happen exactly how the Bible said it was like 0 point and like 7 zeros after it, right?
It was 10 with 27 zeros.
10 with 27 zeros after it, bro. To like down to the exact same point, right? That all this stuff happened, bro. And the reason why I'm saying this, bro, is because there has to be a standard, bro. There has to be a standard of what's right and wrong to govern the world, bro. Because different cultures say it's right. For example, bro, the Muslims over there, Muhammad married his wife at 6 years old and had sex with her at 9 years old, bro. To them, that's right, right? So we say that's pedophilia over here, right? That's our stance over here, right? So how are we gonna say that's wrong when they say it's right?
But you wanna know
Who's
what's
right?
so cold though?
Yeah.
That's been going on before that because Muslims,
right.
that's the youngest religion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the baby. So if you speaking on Muslims, this shit been going on before Muslims.
I agree. It has.
You know what I'm saying?
But is it right?
But the same way, if you look at the book, if you read the Quran,
Yeah.
the Quran is broke down just like the Bible, but it's just worded a little different. Everybody got their own page. When you break it all the way down, all the Muslim brothers, they all got their own page. Just
Yeah.
like Joseph, James, Elijah, you keep going on. They all got the same exact shit.
Yeah, and I would say that's plagiarized.
But
that's why.
it's the same exact people. All they did was re-rock these words.
They did. They re-rocked
That's why I
your
say
people's words. You
no,
know what I'm saying?
not
Our
my people's words.
Yeah.
It's with. All right, the best way I can say this.
I ain't gonna lie. They ran off with our game. That's what it was.
You remember the Book of Eli, the
yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
So you remember
That's
how?
a good movie.
So
Yeah.
watch this. You remember how the white dude wanted the Bible, right?
Yeah.
And Denzel Washington was the only one that had the Bible.
Yep.
But he had it to where he could only read it through
Braille.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now, this same person, he's basically was trying to speak for the people because they ain't never heard this shit before.
Yeah.
So they were all loose like, damn. And every time he was speaking something, they all listening.
Yeah.
That's what a prophet did.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So-
Everybody turned their head. Hold on, that sounds something new. That's different.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
that actually was prophesied in the Bible because that whole movie was based off of biblical reasoning. There's gonna be a time and place here in America when after that you saw how the whole place was destroyed. America was all destroyed in that movie.
Right.
That's talking about actual prophecy in the Bible where it says that the word of God is gonna be ceased to be on the streets, man. People are gonna be looking all over for the place for this word. right? And nobody's gonna be able to find it. That's what that movie was talking about, right? Right now, this is the man why we still have the word out here on these streets. We still got the word, and in that day, we ain't gonna be out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? These people out here that's bringing these prophecies out, we gonna disappear, bro. And ain't gonna be no. This is why we out here now, to speak to you and speak to our people out here.
But you wanna know the coldest part about? On some real shit. It's about what you put.
What I
How
put.
we all sit here together. He gonna go home to his family. You gonna go home to your family. You gonna go home to his family.
Right.
The same thing that you sitting here teaching
Yeah.
and telling these people out here.
Yeah.
The same way that they do at home naturally. Every household did it.
Did what?
Have standards and morals. Every household had it.
Correct.
The only way households was broken was through what? When the drugs came into play. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The standards and morals was broke by then. Because drugs always been here. You know what I'm saying? All these drugs that's in the world right now, this shit been here.
Right.
Just like how they bring up COVID-19, that shit been here.
Hold on, brother. I got a point
That's
for you,
true.
right?
You feel me?
Give me 1 second. I got a point for you. I got it. Was drugs introduced into the European society when they came and did what they did to the black and Latinos over here when they enslaved and pillaged over 100 millions of people? Where was their morality, and was it how could I say it, influenced by drugs before they came over here and did all that? Because
But
that's not the
thing
same
was-
thing.
The thing was, we were already influenced by it.
No, I'm talking
because
about them. Because you
them-
said we all have morality.
Yeah.
Where was their morality when they were gutting?
They
pregnant
had
women?
it too. That's the cold part about it is because if this word is spoken, they ran across this book. You can't tell me they ain't ran across this book.
But here's the difference though. When we read the book, it tells us to not do none of that stuff.
And
So-
the thing is, people still do it.
So
You get what I'm
that's
saying?
Did drugs play a part in them? Because obviously it didn't, but it did for us. So that's why the brothers going into
No, there was. The drug was always there because you want to know how people went to war? They had to stay up off drugs.
Yeah, coke.
You get what I'm saying?
Coke police.
But
talking about
yeah, they were off drugs. Spaniards came when they came and grabbed the blacks and all that. They was off drugs when they was doing this. You get what I'm saying? They was really off drugs doing that. When you really break all this shit down, Vikings, and you get down to deep and all that, when they were going to war and all that type of shit, they was off drugs going to war. You feel me? Naturally, a human body can't stay up 24 hours going to war. You feel what I'm saying? Because you need to eat. You need to do certain shit.
My
So if
war
you don't
brother
eat, they
right
can
here.
feed your body with
Is
a
this
drug
true?
to have you up. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just me naturally life, how I truthfully look at it. That's why I say I don't really believe a lot of shit that people say because who my grandma raised. My grandma raised me. You feel me? And she a spiritual woman. This Bible boy, she'll break y'all down to a T. Have a full-fledged conversation with y'all, but she pray every day. Like she pray like a Muslim, and she a Christian. You get what I'm saying?
Hey, excuse me, brother. You mind if I share something?
Yes, sir.
Because I mean, I was in the military, right? I was in the military with a lot of these white people, right?
Yeah.
And the Bible talks about a people that is innately just wicked,
Right.
estranged from the womb, right?
Right.
And I'm telling you, they would say all bunch of manner of just racist stuff amongst the people like that were out there that we were fighting against in
Right.
Afghanistan, like the Taliban and whatnot. These people are innately just wicked. They can sit here and smile in your face, and they got evil in their heart. And that's what the Bible talks about.
but the
I just
only
want to share.
reason why-
Can I read the scripture real quick?
Yes, sir.
So it says, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 55. I mean, the book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, right? And the same way they are with all these people they colonized, like the Palestinians, right? They did this to Native Americans here in this land right here, to all the indigenous. They broke so many treaties against the indigenous, right? I forget how many. It was in Mexico, because originally this land right here, California down in Mexico, this was all Mexico. This is our land, right?
So-
and they offered us 27 million, but no. At some point we was like, hell no, we're not with that. We're not with you crackers. Like so eventually they took it by force.
So
So you telling me a people like that have morality? Hell no, brother.
Nah, see, look, at the end of the day, right? That's like this. That's like a person when they say a baby come out the womb, right?
Yeah.
Baby come out the womb, supposedly, oh, I was born gay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See where I go with this. See where I go with this. Just because you was born, that don't mean that your heart was naturally fucked up. You feel me? You grew up around it. If you grew up around something, that's what you're gonna be immune to. You feel me? If I was 18 in prison, I left when I was 18. I could have left with the same mindset of me being 18. Get what I'm saying?
Hold on, brother.
But-
Here's the thing though with that. Did you know that PTSD is passed down through DNA though?
But hear me out. I got PTSD.
No, but that's where I'm going with it.
But
So
hear
a
me out
baby-
though.
I'm going with the point
Okay.
that you made. A baby is, to your sense, a baby has to be introduced to it. But
Exactly.
what I'm saying, PTSD is passed down through DNA.
But-
A baby is born with it. In it.
Even if you're born with it, that's just like how some people. I was born with a stuttering problem. You don't hear me stuttering right now, right? Because I took the time to get to know myself. Your tongue moves fast. No, your brain moves faster than your tongue, so you're trying to get the words out. I had to get down to know myself spiritually. Get what I'm saying? I never knew how to read, never knew how to spell. So what I did, I took the time to get to know myself. Any person in this world, you can take it over. It's on you though. Mentally, conscious up here. You feel me? So just me personally, anything that I see and anything that I do, I'm a step hard on. But not even just that. It's naturally that if I got a daughter and my daughter seeing me doing this, all y'all from the hood. Y'all didn't want that. So that's why y'all out here speaking the word. Y'all lived it before, and then y'all looked at it like I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? So the same way that if I'm growing up as a kid and I'm looking at this shit, that's like Boys in the Hood. Everybody watch Boys in the Hood. Everybody wanted to be Boys in the Hood.
But,
Right.
but King, look, this is the difference. White people have the most broken spirit. They have no spirit. Watch it. I'm gonna give you an example. We can go through all that trauma that we did in the hood, in the barrio, everything that happened to our people. White people will go through something. You'll see them jumping off this building. Oh, I can't do it. I
hear me
just
though?
can't do
That's-
it.
but-
Everybody's so mean
But
to
that's
me.
what I'm
But the
saying.
thing
That's
is-
where I'm going with it,
No, but
brother.
the thing is, you're stuck on one
I got
nationality.
my AR.
No, we're
I'm
we're
going
talking
off,
about,
but I know, but you said specifically white
no, but that's what the beginning intent
of the whole topic
was.
I know, but the
We were
whole
talking
topic.
about morality.
Morality.
And then you said we're born with it. And then I said not everybody is born with morality.
Everybody's born with. If you chose to do some hurtful shit in your heart right now, you chose to go do that.
But that's what I'm saying. Our people are a spirit. Like, for example, I could go down the street and talk to a brother that has a rosary and he gangbang and he's so dope. I could talk to any white people.
All right, look, I'm gonna say like this.
Let me land my plane real quick. With the Jewish man, ask any Jewish person, do you believe in God? I don't believe in God. I don't even read the Bible. I don't, whatever. But these are God's chosen people.
But they
We're saying-
believe in something though.
They don't.
To me,
They don't.
anybody on this earth, you gonna believe in something. You gonna believe in something. Cause you gonna sit there and you gonna think. If a motherfucker had a lot of time to do on some real shit, you gonna sit there and think. You gonna pick up books, certain books that you ain't picked up before.
Is there a Jewish car?
You said a Jewish what?
A car.
A car,
In
like a
prison.
car?
No, in prison.
Yes, there is.
A Jewish prison.
No, a car. Yes, you. Same way you catch everybody separated and shit like that. Yes, there is.
And what are they in there for?
Shit, whatever they end up doing, whatever the crime is.
My
you feel
point
me?
is that we don't go through the same things, so we don't have the same battles as these people. And the people that we are saying we are different than,
So that means you telling me that my battle ain't like yours?
I'm saying that our battle is the same. I'm saying
Not
that our
theirs.
morality
But
is the same.
what makes it different though?
That's what the brother's going into.
What you human. You feel me? At the end of the day, if I was born with morality, right, and you see me like, hey brother, come here, come and walk and talk to me. Let me shape you up a little bit. Let me mold you a little bit, because the people that you was around, brother, I see it on you. Get what I'm saying? That person gonna have an understanding, because a lot of people, they don't want to just see wicked all the time. You know how bad I had to get immune to seeing people getting stabbed up in prison and dying? I got immune to it. So if I see somebody drop right now dead, everybody else gonna run and scream. I'm gonna walk off like it's normal.
Yeah. We already know it.
Get what I'm saying? I'm a gangbanger and I used to sell dope.
Sorry, thank you for being.
I used to have a rosary around my neck, the same thing that you said, but that didn't justify nothing. I was still spiritual.
That's where I was going
Yeah,
with
that's
it, bro.
point,
But
yeah.
at the end of the
That's my
day,
point.
but what I'm saying is, people choose to be spiritual, they choose not to be spiritual. They choose to look up to something. Some people choose to pray to a God, just one human man. You get what I'm saying? That's just like when I was in prison, I never knew nothing about Santa Puente.
Vicente Fuente.
I never knew nothing about it. And I'm like, and I had to tune in. Cause I had a neighbor that was a northerner. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is you always, what is that up there? Oh, bro, I said that, what? Bro, I'm feeding her sweets and whoop, be breaking it down to me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, so, okay, that's your own little spiritual thing that you believe in. Then I got deep in tune. Then I found it was two different religions like that.
You said Santa Muerte. I thought you said Vicente.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Yeah.
Santa Muerte. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You
The
feel me?
idol that they put stuff before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like when you look at shit like that, you can't really really blame nobody for picking a religion of something that they choose. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, you are human. You can't be judged. Can't nobody on this earth judge you. You feel me? Can't nobody on this earth judge you. I wouldn't give a fuck who it is. Your own mama can't even judge you. You feel me? Your daddy, nobody can't judge you because at the end of the day, your journey is meant for you. The same way that God made you a man, He made you a God. God made you a man for a reason.
I gotta say something on that because we can judge each other, but there's a way to judge somebody, right? I'm not gonna judge you off of my opinion. I'm gonna judge you off something that's proven to be right? Because I want to say something. You say you can't get mad at somebody for choosing something that they want to believe in. Certain people are given certain things to believe in. Do you believe that there's always going to come to one point on a final decision? It has to be a yes or a no.
It's always like that. It's politics.
Perfect.
You feel me?
Perfect.
Politics.
So you know politics, right? So same thing goes with the Bible.
Naturally.
The Bible is that yes.
So that's your sword, right? No. That's naturally your sword in life.
The Bible talks about every other religion. So the Bible is the main thing. It's the Bible and everything comes down.
I know
right?
that.
So when you choose to be spiritual, right? Because this Bible is meant for the, I know you can disagree with it as much as you want, but we can prove it to you, right? It's for the Black, Hispanic, and the indigenous, right? And that's not the point that I'm trying to bring right now. Is that what it is, right? That's the Bible right here. And you choosing to be spiritual on something that's right here, really when it's right here, right? So God made gods for other nations, right? So Buddha, like even the Egyptians.
Just how
right?
you said it, right? You know they say there's only one nation up under God, right?
What nation is that?
There's only one nation. There's only one thing I believe in, and that's just spiritualism. It's the universe. I don't. When I pray, I don't say, "Dear Lord Jesus, can you please help me with this?" Because I know you was a prophet. You was a messenger.
So the universe, right? Again, like I told you, the Bible's right here, right?
At the end of the day, you was the messenger, so I can't pray to no flesh.
Look, brother.
You feel me? Because you was a messenger.
Yeah, we don't pray to. Remember, I told you that we don't pray to Jesus.
No, but
Jesus, God.
But you hear a lot of people say when they cite their prayers, what do they say?
They say they do it as Jesus.
Lord Jesus.
Right?
What do they say?
But
They say, "Dear Lord Jesus, can you please?" Am I right or am I wrong?
Watch this. Remember, I told you earlier. I said the Bible talks about that there's secrets in here, right? And it's only revealed unto those who keep the laws. None of these people keep the laws of the Bible.
But
not a lot of
watch
these
this
people.
though. But I'm saying naturally, right now, if we would do a real life podcast and ask everybody on the street to raise their hand, when you start your prayer off, if you Christian, what's the first thing you say? Dear Lord or Dear Jesus?
Our Father. Yeah, our Father.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is some people do that. Am I wrong or right?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So naturally, when you say that, people naturally are praying to Jesus. That's psyched out in their head. Because most people don't got the right common breakdown.
And who told those people to do that?
You feel me? The same people that they learned it from in their household.
And who told those people in their household?
Whoever told them.
And who told them? That's why we got to go to. Remember,
I
I
know,
told you
it gets broken down.
like politics, right?
Trust me, brother. It's the main source that you gotta hit.
Exactly.
If you gonna hit something, you gonna hit
and
the main source.
And we want to tell you the main sources. We don't want to tell you the subgenres. Like it's important.
When I mean I'm highly tuned in, brother, I'm highly tuned in. Like I manifest. Like I'm up here with it. You feel me? And the type of shit that I am on, as soon as I leave here, look at the time from my left, and then go look at the time and see what it means in angel numbers.
So look at this.
Watch
Watch this.
That's what I do every time I have something.
Hold on. Watch this.
You get what I'm saying?
Watch this.
For real.
It's not funny, right? I don't think what you said is funny, right?
Shit, I'm just only going off what's real. You feel me?
Watch.
Because
But I want to tell you something.
I believe in that.
Those people that believe in the universe try to come out of the pyramid, right? Because what we give honor to is God. God is the universe, right? In your terms, when you say you worship the universe, right?
Right.
The universe is a way to escape everything else and not give credit to anything other than something that's broad.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Like Buddha. Like
Buddha.
Buddha. Right?
That's a hard one because the universe you can't escape.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying is that you're giving credit to something that's just really not there. You're just saying the universe.
No.
Because
no,
again,
the thing is,
the universe you can't escape. I'm part of the universe. So if you worshiping the universe, you worshiping like 1/16 of me. So like you can't. You got to give credit to something that's already given. Like politics, right? It's a yes or a no. God is that pinnacle on the pyramid. He's just the tippy top. There's nothing above him. There's anything over him. He's just that. The universe is something sub, right? Because you were telling the brother about the white man, right?
Right.
Who's the white man's God?
No.
Because you said you're specific.
They brought up the white man specifically what the brother was saying.
And you said it's not about race, right?
It's not.
Okay, so it is.
Never listen.
It's not about race. It's about our forefathers, right? Because again, all these people descend from the Bible. They're the tribe of Edom, right? They're Edomites. We're Israelites. right? I'm Issachar. That's
Zebulon.
Zebulon. You know, everybody comes from somebody, right?
All right, so for example, when I was in prison, right, because I was so tuned in on learning what Muslim was. I was wanting to learn the whole religion about what it was, and they gave me a name. You feel me? The name was Abdul Wasi. Abdul Wasi means embrace. Anything that I hear, anything that I see, that's good for me, because you know, at the end of the day, whatever you eat and it's good for you, you're gonna digest it, right? Whatever is bad in your stomach, you gonna shit it out wrong or you gonna throw it up.
Yeah.
So it's not meant for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anything that I'm seeing right now, anything I'm hearing, it's meant for me. And I'm gonna digest it. You feel what I'm saying?
What's that verse that I brought in the chat where it says that people want prophets of things that make them feel good? Bible says something about that. Some of our people want to digest that what feels good for them, right? You might want to digest maybe a salad or something. A brother right here might want to digest a burger, but we got to digest what our body needs, and this is what our body needs, brother. This Bible
I
that you,
digest strictly knowledge and wisdom.
and where does knowledge
That's
and
it.
wisdom come from?
That's it.
Where does knowledge and wisdom come from?
Off of what you see and what you do.
Off of the Bible.
Like
The
I
Bible
said,
is the
it's
only
about how
thing
you
that's
live
proven.
your life, though.
But I'm trying to tell you facts, right?
I know.
This
but,
is like.
But look,
what
facts is what you do every day.
But what you saying sounds good, but it's not true.
But I live it though.
We all live it.
Because you gotta understand.
Again, right? You hitting broad subjects that really don't have a pinpoint to it.
A pinpoint.
Right.
That's why I'm not gonna run around the bush. I told you straightforward of what I believe in. You feel me?
Yeah.
Hey, brother, you mind if
Anything?
Wait. When you were talking about the universe, right?
Right.
How much of that have you studied, bro?
I'm gonna be honest. I studied a lot, but it's like for us to we bounce around on hella different topics. You feel me?
Right.
We hear on this topic, then we hear on this topic, then we hear on this topic, then we leave a topic.
No, but I want to talk about what you believe in, because I think it's important to first.
Listen. Anything you telling me, I'm hearing you. It's gonna go in my ear.
Yeah.
It's not gonna go over my head.
Perfect. So
know what I'm
look,
saying?
what we're out here doing, bro, we've been doing this for a lot, right?
I know.
And we study this a lot, and we debate a lot of people, right? And in order for us, you see the name we carry, the refiners, right? You get gold, you refine it, and it gets purer and purer and purer. You shouldn't be scared to question what you believe, right? And as a man that studies, you said you have plenty of time. This is something that you should sit there and you digest everything. Right. And you see exactly how you said, if this is BS, I'm gonna kick it to the curb. I studied about the universe and science a lot because I debate with people that do not study the Bible like that. And they say science is everything, this and that, right? Have you ever heard about the cosmic microwave background?
A little bit of it, not really
So
too much.
so perfect. So to your understanding, was there a big bang that created everything first? Or where did it happen?
I really can't even put my finger on it.
So perfect. So science will tell you there's a big bang, correct? Something happened millions of gajillions of light years away, right? And somehow this is all an accident, right? So the cosmic microwave background came around about 2010, 2011. And this is microwave frequencies that they sent out into space. And it started showing something that shows that Earth is the center of everything. And science started calling it as a term called the axis of evil, right? Because it shows Earth is the center. But that's completely against what science teaches, right? What's a heliocentric model? That everything revolves around the sun. But how does that work then when the cosmic microwave background then shows that the Earth is the center of everything? So this is boggling scientists out.
So since you're saying that, and you breaking it down like that, and you said the universe, what was the first thing here?
Earth. This.
Earth, but what was the first nationality here, they said?
Well, the Adamites, the people from Adam.
They were black, right?
Of course, of course.
So me, naturally, when I hear certain shit, and then I hear how Jesus is this.
Jesus is what?
What's his nationality?
Jesus was a Jew.
You get what I'm saying?
No. Do you get what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying is that y'all saying that he was naturally white. They would be.
No. When did we say that?
Listen. What I'm saying is, naturally, people would think that he's white.
And that goes back to the point that the brother was saying. Where did we get this from? Because the Bible says that he has woolly hair and skin like bronze.
Right.
So what's that look like? That look like you, brother.
I don't know who said it. That
look like you, brother.
Me personally, I'm not a debater. I'm a person that's gonna give you a straightforward answer.
And I can accept that. I'd rather have that.
I'm gonna be straightforward. Me
there
personally,
you go.
This is what I believe in. I got you. Me personally, I honestly protect my peace. You feel me? I don't really care about anything else around me but my family. It's 2025 now.
Okay.
So me now, when you really look at it, people don't got standards and morals.
Right.
I go off of what I teach in my household.
And you said your name was what again?
Mo, but my first name
Mo.
is James.
Mo.
Just
Here,
like the
I want
Bible.
to leave just 2 points before you run off, right? I know you got to go. Did you get a flyer from us?
Yeah, she got one.
Check it out, bro. We went live. You can check it out later. Whatever. So hopefully something captivated you, bro, that you can look into it a little bit more, right?
sure.
And the brother had a point you wanted to.
Brother, because you said it's not really about race. I mean, that was your beliefs as far as you were talking about, right? Like everything that's going on is not about race, right? I was in Arizona, right? Like the past couple of weeks, right, for a truck driving school, right? And there was a brother out there. He was a football player. He played for the Arizona Cardinals. You can look this up. His name is Wesley Lisi. And if you're telling me it's not about race, this man was picking up his daughter from the airport, and then there was a murder in the area, like around the airport. I think it's like Tempe, Arizona, Glendale, and whatnot. And then there was a murder. There was a murder, and they gave a description of the car. It was a white Mercedes, a white four-door Mercedes. And the first white door Mercedes that they four-door Mercedes that they stopped was where this man was. He was in his car. His name was Wesley Lisi, right? And they stopped him at the airport. As he was picking up his daughter, right? They told both of them to get on the ground, right? They used excessive force, right? And they pinned him to the ground. And it turns out that he wasn't even he didn't even it didn't even turn out to be the actual suspect. And I just want to show you what the actual suspect actually looked like.
No, I believe everything that you're saying, right?
I'm just saying, like, if you're saying it's not about race, then why are African American people still being treated this way?
This is what I'm gonna say. I did 12 years in prison.
Yes, sir.
I was one of the most racist yards. You want to be honest? The most racist people that I ever met in my life. Yeah. On some real shit, it was Mexicans. On some real shit.
Which Mexicans?
Down south, up
There we
north.
go. No. It's not the same though, brother.
I did 12 years in prison, Brody. If you did as much time and you've been on the yards that I've been on,
Okay,
you
so
go, hear me out. When you go to prison on some real shit,
yeah,
like with the racist shit,
yeah,
it's really racial.
of course it is.
But what I'm saying is, it's to a point to where if we black and brown, right, it ain't, hey, what's the deal? Just because you from the Bay Area and you Mexican and you Northerner, just because we grew up in the same neighborhood, y'all structure, y'all politics is different in prison. You get what I'm saying? Just because he a white boy on the streets and I walk up to him and say, hey, what's the deal? Man, I wish he would come over here and shake our hand and we be over here buddied up.
And
You get what I'm saying?
Remember the pyramid? You still focus on right here. Who got you to act like that in the prison?
But who got me to act like no? Didn't nobody get me to act like that? I taught myself something.
Because people were acting a certain way to
No,
make you
because the way I was
make you
raised.
act like
No,
that.
it's the way I was raised. Did nobody make me act like nothing? Whatever I seen, I had to adjust.
So you
There
were
you
acting
go.
because of something.
No, not of something. I was already. This has happened from the streets. If you have structure and shit from your own, wherever you go, most people don't have this type of shit. Hear me out.
Where you
Hear me
from, though,
out.
brother?
I'm from Seaside.
Seaside, where's that at?
By like Monterey.
Monterey,
You feel me?
okay.
I grew up in a dope game. I grew up around real, like my mama sold bricks her whole life.
I know about Seaside.
You get what I'm saying? I grew up around Mexicans my whole life. So when I first went to prison, that's the most racist shit I ever seen in my life.
But this is where I was gonna go to. This is why I asked which Mexicans, because for example,
There ain't no. There's not no
Hear me
which.
out, brother. It is very much, because check this out. You're saying that a northerner is structured the same as a south sider in there?
Listen, I'm not saying that. What I'm sitting here saying is you can't tell me about a down south southerner because they gangbang down here.
Yeah.
LA is where all this shit was happening.
Yeah.
So hold on. You want to know why they racist down there?
Why?
Because niggas had stole some dope from some Mexicans. I'm gonna break it down to you because I was around these people in prison.
Okay.
I was around Tookie Williams' son.
Okay.
You feel me? I was around OG Bobo from Florence. If you go look him up and you see who he is, when they truck got hit for 100 bricks, he said Pacific kill every black out there on the corner. I don't give a fuck if it's kids. Get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is naturally up here, when you in the streets and you gang banging, if you from Oakland, you only deal with so many Mexicans. If you from Vallejo, you only deal with so many Mexicans.
And this is
if
the
you
point
from
I'm going to,
Sacramento,
brother.
you only deal with so many Mexicans.
But this is the point I'm going to. For example, when we click up in there, Southsiders don't click up with black people, right?
Right now,
Why?
it's damn near like that. Right
Okay,
now it is.
But originally, why?
Originally,
Yeah.
Originally, why they don't click up? You said?
Yeah. Why?
It's because of politics of what they believe in.
There we go. So
You feel
who was introduced into MA to say, okay, for example, we're not messing with these people no more. It was the Croatian man that joined a Mexican gang and said, look, this is who we're clicking up when we go in there. It's AB now with Mexicans because a white man introduced and said, look, we're not clicking up with them. It's us now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A white man went in there and said, these are not the people who we're messing with. And that's the
I'm
thing.
gonna be honest. For me to live it, you gotta live it. You gotta see it.
But this is history, bro.
But
This is history.
It's history, but it's a new stage sting right now.
Mhm.
Get what I'm saying?
Of course.
We're talking about 2025, the most racist shit that's going on now.
And what's going on now?
Now.
What's going on?
I just seen it all through prison, so I wasn't out here.
No, but
I only
even out
been
here.
home a year and some months.
King Mo, you said
You know
Mo,
what I'm
right?
saying? Yeah.
So watch this. Have you ever seen
look,
Mo, give me 1 second, brother.
Let me pronounce my name right.
Mike.
No. So the only reason why I say my name Mo, because people don't know how to pronounce it right. My grandma gave me my name as Jamo. Jah. Jah is God.
Yeah.
That's how bad I was a spiritual baby. I sat up under her. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I had to say my name is Jamo. But most people just don't know how to say it right. You feel
Right,
me?
so look, John, my point was just, even if we're talking about today, maybe 2 months ago, they found 5 black people hung on trees. There's Mexicans hung on trees. A couple years ago, they found a Mexican in Atlanta. I don't want to say just Mexican because it's all Central Americans as well. Plantation of us stuck at gunpoint, took everything from us, picking onions, bro.
So you know
Do
what
white
they-
people go through that?
So you know what they did to the white people that was good?
When? Recently?
No, but I'm just saying, do you know what they were doing to the white people that was actually trying to deal with blacks and shit like that?
What
They
was
was
they
hanging
doing?
them too.
Who?
They were hanging them
Who
too.
was?
It's all down south. It's not who, it's history.
So you're telling me if a black person was getting helped by a white person, the black person said,
Baby,
I'm gonna hung the white person.
Listen, he's getting his ass whooped too.
By who?
They're politicking.
By
It's
who, though?
politics. What you mean who? Their own
By who?
race.
That's what I'm
Their
saying.
own race.
That's what I'm saying.
So when you saying who, you know the answer. If you
Yes.
listen,
Yes.
you just said a white man hung a black man. And I just said if a white man was helping a black man, the white man's getting hung, who's gonna hang the white man? Another white man.
That is my point. That is my point, brother.
So what I'm saying is there's naturally politics that's going on. Now,
Yeah.
naturally, back then, if a person see me talking to a strictly Mexican woman, a Latina woman, what's gonna happen?
Who?
What's gonna happen?
Who?
Honestly, what's gonna happen? No, there ain't no who. Let's
It
get
is-
real.
it is a who.
Let's get real.
It is a who
The
because-
family would trip.
By,
The family would
but
trip.
this is the thing.
Am I
But
wrong or
originally,
right?
brother, originally, who's the second president of Mexico?
Am I wrong or right? No,
Who's the second president of
Fuck all
Mexico?
that. Listen,
No,
listen,
it is a lot about
listen.
that.
What I'm saying is, naturally, most majority women that are Latinas and they dating a black man, they will get disowned by their family.
I mean, I can't say
Some
my
of
wife
them will,
is.
some of them won't.
My wife is black, bro. So it depends, bro.
See, we're talking
It
about
depends.
right now. Let's take it back to you
That's
saying history.
any race, though.
No,
any
bro,
race.
Answer that though, bro, because it's like what you're doing is like you see one example and it's that's what it is. I mean, let me use an example about black people, right? Because you're gonna disagree, right? And I disagree as well. Watch this. Watch this. So, right? There was a man who died recently. We're not gonna say his name, right? He died recently, and he was for putting minorities down, letting them know that blacks are the problem, right? Because you see a bunch of black people over here gunning each other down, selling dope, whatnot. They look at you and they're like, "You went to prison, you sold dope. You are the problem, right? You are the reason why black people are the way they are. Black people are just a horrible race." And then they start adding on to that, but you would defend that. No, we're not. It's just because we were taught X, Y, and Z. Our neighborhoods are not
But
the same.
that
Then
would
you
be the
start
same
defending
thing.
it. No,
But
watch
that would be the
this.
same
Watch
thing with
this.
Brown, right?
Watch this. Watch this. Because we're giving you an example of Hispanics and blacks being lynched. You're like, well, whites were lynched. Whites also went through it, you know? And it's not
That's
just
why I'm
because you're choosing one little small thing. It don't matter.
I'm
Something.
not choosing on one small thing. When Brody specifically said one race, he said one race earlier.
Yeah.
This shit's on camera. He said one race.
What about the
He
race?
said one specifically. No, every race went through this shit. Cause you want to know why?
Not
Just
for-
like no.
Hold on,
listen,
hold on.
listen. At the end of the day,
You gotta verify
every
that.
section had a kingdom,
Uh-huh.
and it was a man figure that ran the kingdom.
Uh-huh.
You get what I'm saying?
And in the history books and in history, which kingdoms flourished the most?
No, but I'm
No,
just
it does matter because look,
I'm
you
just-
said we all went through the same shit. Why wasn't your kingdom flourishing like Rome? Why wasn't Africa flourishing like Rome? Since we all went through it the same, though.
Honestly,
You gotta answer that. though.
Africa, they was already going through their own shit. Cause you want to know why?
Okay, so
Watch
Africa
this,
wasn't
watch
going
this.
through the same thing as
Watch
a white
this,
man in
watch
Rome,
this,
right?
Watch this. Before the white man even came,
Uh-huh.
black people were already naturally doing it to their black people.
Okay, exactly.
Because you want to know why?
Before,
If you naturally go off the old school Blood and Diamonds movie,
yeah, I know the Blood Diamonds.
because it's a real
Hold on,
history
brother.
movie.
Hold on.
Hold on. Because you
Watch.
said black people.
Watch.
Black people were doing it to their own folks.
Exactly.
Because you want to know why? Tongans was doing it to their own folks. Samoans was doing it to their own folks.
Okay.
Asians was doing it to their own folks. Everybody had to start off in their own branch before they went to go grab somebody to make other people work for them. Get what I'm saying? So it naturally started off like that. Now, what they gonna do? They gonna look. Oh, he the alpha male. That's the king. When you around this motherfucker beating shit up and you taking care of everything and everybody, they gonna idol you. You get what I'm saying? So
I don't get that last part.
No.
What you mean by that last part?
What I'm saying, listen. If there's a kingdom and you're a king, and you got your queen, you got everybody looking at you. This is your kingdom. The people come to you, right? It was like that in Persia. Everywhere that you go, it was a kingdom. And them people worked for each other before other people came and snatched people. You
Work with me, brother. Let me explain something real quick, right? Because you were just, I heard your whole point, right? I heard you were saying like black people are already doing it to themselves, right? Asians were doing it to themselves. I got your point. I was listening, right? Now I want to build my point, right? Because you trying to compare all the negatives and say we all went through it. Hold on, brother. I'm a build, right? But you ain't focusing on the positives, right? Man. Why wasn't Africa flourishing like Rome, right? Why weren't the Hispanics flourishing like Rome? Why isn't the Hispanics and the indigenous, matter of fact, even the Native Americans, how come you don't see it in history books of them flourishing like Rome? Not everybody goes through the same things, right? We might go through it.
Just to build, you don't see the indigenous going and conquering the whole world just how they did.
There you
That's
go.
the point that I think the brother's trying to get to.
I hear what y'all saying. I'm gonna be real with you though. Just me personally.
You hearing it but not understanding.
No, I understand it. That's
because
hear me out. I'm listening to you.
Okay.
Me, I'm the type of person. You're talking to a person that did 12 years. I don't think on just one situation throughout a day.
Okay.
So before I go to sleep, I replay my whole day. Do you do that?
Yeah.
No, really, like play back your whole day, step for step, memory for memory. That's how
I gain my discernment is by studying on what I'm doing wrong,
that's
what I'm doing
I say.
right.
So what I'm saying is I live off what I do. I'm gonna live off this. I'm learning something. I'm not gonna say I'm not. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, you can read that Bible, but it's about how you live your life.
What does that have to do about the example I gave you about the kingdoms? You still haven't answered that.
Kingdoms and everything. The same thing that I was saying just in general, just alone of what I was saying earlier. Everybody had their own united kingdom. But this shit happening. There has to be some negative to be positive. Am I right or wrong?
Absolutely.
So
the negative
listen,
is
hold
positive.
on. Right. You said I was focused on the negative.
Okay.
But where does the positive come in? Because the negative was there. You get what I'm saying? So for something to grow, shit got to get positive. It has to be somebody that has to speak. Then it got to be somebody to say, no, we're not doing this. It's gonna be somebody everywhere you go that go against your rules.
Okay. So name me some positivity out of the black man's lineage.
You said
positivity, like you guys flourishing, you guys doing so much.
You gotta elaborate on that last word.
All right, so look, right? I could talk about
I just need the metaphor.
Which
the metaphor of the word that you said. What did he say, brother?
Positivity.
Positivity and something else.
Positivity, flourishing.
Flourishing. All right. Give me the metaphor of that.
All right, so name me some stuff where you guys flourished, right? That you can think of on top of your head.
Like something good?
Yeah, something that you guys just came up and you guys are known for. And you guys are, and it's in the history, but it's kind of like Rome being built.
Where do you think all the diamonds and shit came from?
That's not something flourishing.
No, but
what?
You think I can mention something?
Yeah, of course.
So what about like, because I know I kind of heard you earlier, brother, and you basically like you spoke on like this black and brown hostility and whatnot. But what about about Tulsa, Oklahoma, and what happened there?
I know about all that, bro. I watched that. Listen, I watched them talking about, bro, when the whole building. Nigga, they got
and what did they have
under
there,
the ground and all that shit still. I didn't read all that. I didn't see that.
What did they have there, though? Them as black folks, they had airports, they had movie theaters,
they had
hospitals, right?
They had everything.
And who came in there and shut everything down?
Ooh.
It was white people, right?
Yeah.
So where's the hostility? Where's the get back towards white people that came in there and killed women, children, elders? But there's this energy against Mexicans or Latinos. Where's the hostility towards these crackers?
My energy ain't there. Y'all asked me about racism. Did y'all not? And I said the most racist shit that I ever seen in prison was with Mexicans. That's what I said.
But wiping out a whole town, though.
Now, hold on.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Now,
is that more racist than what occurred within the last 30 or 40 odd years?
Me personally, what I lived in prison, you got to live what I lived.
I understand that,
and
brother.
I'm
I
not
understand
talking
that.
about Afghanistan. I'm not talking about. We talking about real life.
I'm talking about what happened here, though, to your people, though.
Yeah, and,
You as a black man,
and me
by
and
other
me,
white people,
and me.
that it sounds like you're
No.
defending them, bro.
One thing about it, I can't defend nobody that ain't gonna defend themselves. So me, naturally, white man, they had a whole
They
group
don't have
of
to
people.
defend themselves, though, brother.
Listen to what I'm saying. Naturally, they can't defend themselves by themselves. Get what I'm saying? Another person needs another person to be able to get through life. Me, I'm gonna walk this earth by myself. You know what I'm saying? The same way that I was birthed, the same way you was birthed. You're gonna walk this earth by yourself, but you're gonna learn, and then on your journey, you're gonna run into people that's meant for you. Get what I'm saying? Now, me, naturally, you saying that I'm so focused, my auntie white, my mama white. Okay. Hold on. This is where I gotta bust you down now. You feel me? My mama white. But what I'm sitting here telling you, bro, at the end of the day, the most racism shit that I ever seen in my life was with Mexicans in prison. That's all I'm sitting here telling you. I didn't say on the streets. I didn't say anywhere else. I just said in prison because that's what you asked me. You feel me? And then me, naturally, the most racism shit I did see on a white person, I seen 5 black men on his back hung from a tree. I was in Centinela at the time, down south, where really the most racial shit that it get. And the reason why I say that, I was in Centinela and all the cops were COs, they were all Mexican. And they was racist as fuck and they didn't fuck with no blacks.
You know, I don't want to touch the
But
topic of
hold
being
on,
locked up.
but hold on, and then what I had to realize when I went to Folsom was strictly all white, right? Then I noticed like, damn, these police hella racist here. They only deal with, but I'm noticing every spot that I went to when I went to Solano, it was a neutral. Like you like, damn, ECO's cool. Damn, this CO cool. Like it was different. It became different because now you're around people that got understanding. You feel me? When you in these different places where it's like your brain only get this much of learning. You feel me? Your brain won't expand. My shit gonna expand because right now I'm a sponge to y'all. And I'm so good what y'all saying.
Who made that whole power structure though?
Huh?
To begin with, you talking about the police and racist
Inmates.
Mexicans. White people made that racist systematic structure right there, man.
You talking about that part? I didn't. Yeah.
White people made all that shit, bro.
But at the end of the day, you say white people made all that, but certain people chose to run with it. You know what I'm saying?
You got black men that do that, right?
That's what I'm saying.
You got Mexicans that do that as well.
So just right now, how you sitting there saying like just right now, you say, man, it sound like you low key defending the white man. Hell no. Yeah. How is that when I'm black? How is that when I seen George Floyd in prison with a knee on his neck? How is that when I seen a few other black men get popped for no reason just with their hands up? You can't tell me that. I'm only telling you of what I see of right now. It's 2025. I can only go off what I'm seeing right now. All the shit that was old back then, I'm not gonna go off shit that's old. Cause you wanna know why? It don't mean that no more because now it's history.
It don't mean?
No, it don't mean nothing now.
It don't mean nothing right now.
No, I'm talking about right now as far as right now because I'm in a new era. I'm living my life on a totally. I'm not gonna look what happened.
So earlier you mentioned that you had PTSD and whatnot, right?
Yeah, but
does that not? Do you think that that's something that's passed down through history?
No.
Like everything your ancestors went through.
You wanna know why I got PTSD?
Can I tell you something? I got PTSD too, but
Yeah.
right? Probably not the same way you did, right?
Right.
But check this out, right? Because this is another way that science actually it backs up the Bible, right? And it was a study, right? It's this thing you can look it up. It's called transgenerational epigenetics.
Okay.
Oh, if I can finish, brother. Right? They did this a rat's experiment, right? And then they had this rat, right? And it would smell this cherry blossom fragrance, right? This is 1990, right? And every time it would get close to this fragrance, it would get shocked. So when that same rat started having children, right? When it started having little babies, the other rats will be scared to come to that same fragrance. And this is all science right here, brother. That PTSD could be passed down, brother.
Let me ask you a question. How did you get your PTSD? How did you get your PTSD? Because naturally, look, hold on, naturally, right? Before you went to the army, you didn't have it, right?
Me personally, brother, right?
How old was you when you left?
Brother, honestly, brother, to be honest, I was already accustomed to certain stuff. I grew up in Richmond, brother.
So just hear me out though. But look though, you grew up in Richmond. We both in the streets.
Okay.
This is what I'm gonna say. Seaside small like Richmond.
I
You know
understand
what I'm
that.
saying?
I'm familiar with Seaside.
So what I'm saying is, your PTSD didn't really kick in because a lot of bombs and shit wasn't going off like that in Richmond. You get what I'm saying?
But mine wasn't as severe though, brother, as some other people, like these white people that grew up in rural areas.
I know,
that grew up in the
so-
country.
so-
they were impacted more by PTSD than I was. I was already used to hearing stuff like that.
I was already used to hearing gunshots and stuff like that.
That's basically
right?
what I'm saying. But your PTSD.
But my PTSD, I'm saying my PTSD didn't just come from the military. I grew up with people that was shot in the head.
Exactly.
And
so
I know for a fact they had PTSD.
So look,
I'm pretty sure. I know you from a can of paint, and I'm pretty sure I know you have PTSD. Brother.
Me naturally, I'm gonna say like this. I feel like I got rid of my PTSD because you wanna know why? I mentally challenged myself, bruh. Like when I'm talking about I mentally challenge myself, I mentally warfare up here every day. Cause the devil comes in so many shapes, forms, and sizes, bruh. I fight the devil every day. When I fight the devil every day, you know how much shit a nigga come up to me like, hey Mo, I gotta play right now for whoop with some bricks on the side. You know how fast I be wanting to do it?
That's self-restraint, though. That's self-restraint from you, though. That's discipline, bro.
Hold on. This is where it gets broken down to, of me challenging myself.
Of course.
You get what I'm saying? Me challenging myself every day as a man. I'm gonna get up. If my feet touching this concrete,
yeah.
The first thing I do when I get up in the morning, I rub my shit between the carpet. I look, go in the mirror. Damn, I'm fly as a motherfucker. I made it back for another day. I'm handsome. Man, shit, good looking, God. Get what I'm saying? Right. And then after that, you know what I do? I say my first prayer. And then before I eat my first cracker or chip or whatever it is, a cookie, no matter what it is, I thank God for that. Every time I pick up a cup of water, I thank God for that. You know what I'm saying? So me, naturally, like I said, I challenge myself to get rid of my PTSD. And the way I got rid of my PTSD, I take my time. You feel me? A person that got PTSD rarely takes their time. That's why they jump. That's why they do that. You get what I'm saying?
I understand you, brother.
It's me naturally that I so much love myself. I love myself so much that I can be honest with y'all and say, I'm soaking up what y'all saying and not just throwing it. Because any other person would have been sitting here saying some bullshit. You feel me? I'm naturally spiritually there. You feel me? Naturally there. You feel me? Because how much time I did. So anything that I learned from Buddhism, Muslim, Jewish, Christian, go down the line, I love it. Just me hearing it. Because it's knowledgeable. It's something that's literature that I'm learning. You get what I'm saying? I'd rather take anything at the end of the day for me to sit back and learn. But I've been having my family right here waiting on me and shit. We've been sitting here thugging, you feel me? I appreciate y'all time. All y'all brothers, you feel me?
Can we just get one last verse for you, brother? Before you go, I wanted to leave you with something right there. The brother gonna get you right there.
Yes, sir.
You said Jamo?
Jamo. J-A-H. Ja, my mom's first restaurant was called Ja's Cafe. That means God's Cafe.
I'm praising.
Yeah, so appreciate y'all time, bro. Appreciate all y'all time. I know we've been talking for a minute, man. But I want y'all to be safe, man. Have a good rest of y'all night. And basically, I know you said that you read like searched Buddhism and all these different religions, bro. Take this flyer, just
No, I got it.
Yeah,
And
wisdom and knowledge, bro.
The
Check
thing
it out
I love
too.
about Buddhism that it helped me with peace.
Yeah,
that's what Buddhism taught me. About having patience, about having real life peace, healing myself. You feel me? And that's where I take my. That's why, like during the day, I guarantee you, if you turn your phone off for 4 hours, somebody gonna think something wrong with you.
Yeah. And we just
turn your phone off. Tomorrow when you wake up, I'm asking y'all just to sit back and do it. Turn your phone off, bro, for like 3-4 hours, bro. And when y'all turn it back on, y'all gonna see how many people didn't hit your phone.
Already know it.
Like literally,
last verse real quick.
Just really take the time to yourself in the morning. That's what I do every day, bro. I don't pick up my phone. I don't really lock. I don't do that. You feel me? Because I care about my peace. My peace means everything to me. If I can't have peace, I wouldn't be able to sit here and talk to y'all. I would have been a grumpy motherfucker to get on like, man, shit. Just like when Brody, where he goes, I don't know where he went, but over there talking. Yeah, when he pulled up on me, I'm like, bro, I already know about it all, but you feel me? I did 12 years in the pen, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna tune into what you're saying because I'm not no grumpy motherfucker that ain't gonna sit here make it seem like I ain't got no time to really sit back and holler. You feel me? But that's why I did that though.
Let me get that last verse real quick before you go.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
Yeah, so real quick, bro. So when it's talking about Ephraim, that's talking about like the Latinos and indigenous on our side, and Judah, what we believe is the so-called black man, our brothers. You know what I'm saying? So we believe we one big family, Latinos and blacks. It says in that day, it's true that stuff is happening right now, but that is gonna stop.
Y'all know who
we gonna be a family again.
So y'all know who Big Tone is, right?
Yeah, I know Big Tone.
So look, I do music. I'm a rapper. I got a song I'm doing with Big Tone. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is, I'm on some shit because in my city, the Mexicans funk bad. We funk with Mexicans. We funk with Northerners. Yeah, in Southerners.
Yeah,
It's like you at the light, you getting cracking. It ain't none of that. Get what I'm saying? So that's why I say in certain spots, yeah, it's different. It's not how you thinking that it is. Just because you in Oakland or you in the Bay Area, you grew up with some Mexicans, and it's like nah, it ain't. It's not like that in every spot. And my shit is strictly Crips where we from. There ain't no Bloods. It ain't none of that. It's Crips, Northerners, Southerners. Then you got Samoans, and you know how that shit break down. Other than that, it ain't nothing else to be said.
Do me a favor. I don't know if you are gonna meet him in person. I know he's doing his podcast. Tell him to hit us up, man.
Nah, for real. For sure.
You gotta get out there, man.
For sure, yep. It's all good. My uncle had plugged me in with him, so you know that's how I'm even doing the song and shit. But I'm on some brown and black shit. I'm Puerto Rican and Creole. Little did y'all know. So I'm gonna throw you off like that because he like, damn, why you gotta hit me like that? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's all good though, brother.
Yes, sir, brother.
Yes, sir. You know, I had to hit that off with that. Like, yeah, the brother, he Puerto Rican. They got some Latino in him. There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You too,
Good
man.
night, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother.
Yes, sir.
I think.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? And we just over here talking to our people, man. And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to how about Shem Yahweh Shai. So shalom, man.
Shalom.
Take the camera first. And then, let me get the leave it recording, right? Yeah, let me get the notes on there. Hey, Kashak, come here. And then, yeah, stick around. Brother, yeah, come a little closer on this side here. Man, all praise to the Most High, man.
Why he's getting all praise, man? What's your name, man? Hey, the chat was all like.
Yeah, you can turn that one off, and then I'll just keep this one on for it, right?
Oh, it was off.
Oh, okay. So my bad. I thought you were recording. But yeah, man, we'll just keep it going. One last part, right? First and foremost, man, all praises to the Most High God. Kahalal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? We are the refiners, right? We're trying to do everything in the name of the only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, right? And we are here in Berkeley, California, man, right? For the brothers in the chat, for the sisters in the chat, man, like, share, subscribe, right? And I wanted to go into a theme of basically being content with what the Most High gives you, not in a sense of so much physical things, but more a spiritual awakening of everything, right? So let me get this. Let me get 2 Corinthians 4:16. And you give me 2 Ezra 16:73. Let me know when you're there.
You said 4:16.
4:16.
I got it.
If you could shine the light for the brothers so they can see a little bit better, right?
2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16.
Right.
For which cause we faint not.
So here's one of the things I like doing, bro. I like going into some of the words and seeing the Greek and seeing the Hebrew, what it actually means, right? So for the word here for faint not, right? If this is given to me the same way, this is G 1573, ekakeo, and it means to be utterly spiritless, right? To be wearied out or exhausted, right? So for what cause we faint not, right? We are not without spirit. Go ahead.
But though our outward man perish,
Uh-huh.
yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
Right. So when you go into the inward part, it literally says your soul in the Greek, right? And when you go into renewed on there, right? This is Strong's G 341, anakaino, and it means to cause to grow up or to be changed into a new kind of life opposite to the former corrupt state. And this is how I'm trying to get to brothers to show them, look, there's things that the Most High can show you that you can be a new person in this and be a completely, I guess in that way, born again in that sense of everything that is our past stays in the past, but it helps you become a better man to how you can better help your people. Like the connections that we have with the brother. Yeah, the brother went to war and everything. We grew up in the hood. We did all this X, Y, Z, and we're able to talk to brothers that are going through these situations because we're renewed with that same knowledge and adding to it, to what the Most High gave you, right? So get verse 17.
Verse 17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far exceeding, Slakia, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
Because the things that we're trying to achieve for this isn't just something physical, isn't just something you could just buy. This is something spiritual that you're trying to do, right? This is something spiritual that you're trying to achieve at the end, right? And it's not like how Christianity will tell you about this, not how Catholicism will tell you about this. It's something that we're trying to do physically here on earth, right? We're not waiting to die to go see little babies flying around, or how you Muslims in the chat. I see a whole bunch of Muhammad police be upon them stuff, right? About how these people are trying to wait to die to go see babies flying in heaven, bro. The Bible doesn't talk about nothing like that. The Bible doesn't talk about you going to hell and a devil with horns and a pitchfork trying to kill you, or not, I guess, you just burning for eternity or something like that. That's not biblical, right? The white man built his heaven on earth and told you, you got to die to get there. And that's the craziness about it, right? Now give me the in 2nd Ezra 16:73, because look, the tribulations prove to us and help us ensure and solidify our spot by enduring, right? Go ahead.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen,
So then at the last days, you're going to know who was chosen. Go ahead.
and they shall be tried
As what?
as the gold in the fire.
And this is something that you got to understand. You as a believer, honestly, if you're not going through anything, your faith is never going to be shown. You're never going to show your faith if everything is peaches and creams for you. If a brother who's saying, all right, brother, how's your day going? Us as a people, we say blessed and highly favored, but our life is going terrible. Why? Because we understand we have the Most High God as our God, and we're going to be all right, right?
You want to start taking questions or not?
Do you have the microphone with you? Is it on? If not, then just go ahead and ask me. It's good.
So this is Brandon S. He said there is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor bond. We're all the same in Christ Jesus.
Give me a second. I guess Maccabees. I think the 6:6 or 6:10, right? And this is the thing, bro. I don't know if you're. What about Asians? What about Indians? What about Arabs? They're not good with us. It's specifically Jew nor Greek for a reason. All right? Are you a Greek? If not, then why are you even bringing this up? And this is the most idiotic thing to me, that people don't actually read the Bible. There's people. Give me Acts 6 in the regular one, and then the GNT. What happened?
6 and 1.
Yeah, 6 and 1.
Said second Maccabees 6 and 20.
No, I think it's 6 and 6, right?
Okay, so,
Yeah. And this is the thing, right? We don't have the poster here today, but look, there's different captivities, right? A regular Christian does not have anything whatsoever about the Greek captivity. You know who does have it? The 1611 Bible, right? That talks specifically about the Greek captivity. You Jewish people understand why you keep Hanukkah, why you keep the Feast of Dedication, why Jesus was keeping Feast of Dedication, when the Bible doesn't talk about it in your Bible, but it talks about it in our Bible. Why? Because it talks about the captivity of the Greeks, specifically showing why Jesus is saying there's no difference between Jew nor Greek. Go ahead.
The book of 2nd Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man
Uh-huh.
to keep Sabbath days.
And obviously this is talking about the Jews. So the Jews, it was unlawful for them to keep the Sabbath days.
Or ancient feasts.
Uh-huh.
Or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
So what is a Jew going to call himself? If either he's going to die if he calls himself a Jew. I'm a Greek. I'm under the Greek captivities. Like, for example, here, I know people that are scared to go out to damn Home Depot because they're going to get deported, right? You're not able to be yourself. You're going to try to conform to the societies around you. This is a word called a Hellenistes, right? Or Hellen. They became Hellenized, right? Go ahead with this.
You want to GNT?
Get the King James first. Go ahead.
Book of Acts, chapter 6, verse 1.
Mhm.
And in those days, when the number of the disciples was multiplied,
Uh-huh.
there arose a murmuring of the Grecians.
Of the who?
Of the Grecians.
So these people will say, look, the Greeks are white people. There arose a murmuring between white people and who?
against the Hebrews.
So these are two completely different people to these believers who missed a complete captivity in their Bible. Go ahead.
Because their widows were neglected in the daily menstruation.
So this is the thing. There was a problem because the Hebrews were basically rejecting the Grecians, right? So if that verse says there's no difference between Jew and Greek, he's going to show you why in other translations where it literally shows you the word for Greek there, which is Hellenist. Go ahead. Con. Yeah.
The book of Acts, chapter 6 and verse 1 in the Good News translation.
Uh-huh.
Sometime later, as the number of disciples kept growing,
Uh-huh.
there was a quarrel between the Greek-speaking Jews.
Between who?
Between the Greek-speaking Jews.
So who are the Grecians in the New Testament? Greek-speaking Jews that fell away since the Greek captivity. Go ahead.
And the native Jews.
And the native Jews. It gets this simple that you guys simply do not understand history. And all you know is Christianity and not the Bible. Right? You could drop the rest of it. It's fine. Go ahead. And go back to Ezra's.
So there's the book of Acts, chapter 11, verse 19 and 20.
Uh-huh.
Now they which were scattered abroad upon the persecution that arose about Stephen, travailed as far as Phoenice and Cyprus and Antioch, preaching the word to none but unto the Jews only.
See, go ahead.
This is the point. He says, and some of them were men of Cyprus and Cyrene, which when they were come to Antioch, spake unto the Grecians, same word, preaching the Lord Jesus.
So this is what I'm saying. Our people are everywhere, right? And this is what people don't understand. Even in Acts 2 and 5, where it says that there was men dwelling in Jerusalem, devout men out of all nations. Why? Because we're literally scattered into all nations. But this is an important thing. It's the people who fell away from the customs. These are who the people, where's that in Ezekiel? Was it 14:5?
Oh, yeah.
I know it's one of the, I be dyslexic with those, right? Because, and then get 1 Corinthians, I think 12 and 1. I think that's what it is.
14 and 5.
Yeah, 14:5. When you're ready.
Okay, come. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 14, verse 5. That I may take the house of Israel in their own heart, because they are all estranged from me through their idols.
So this is what was going on back then. If you give me Hosea 13 and 1, right? Because yeah, Judah fell and everything, but Northern Kingdom, right, which is called Israel in that, right? Southern Kingdom is Judah. We had a very huge problem with idolatry. We were so much idolatrous nation that we were literally cut off. They're like, these people are nobody no more. We had so many gods. We still have so many gods today in the Latin American culture. We had a damn frog. The Puerto Ricanos had a damn frog as their god. Bro, this is what I'm saying. Our people are so lost with it, and we became estranged through idolatry, right? You there?
I got it. It's the book of Hosea, chapter 13, verse 1. When Ephraim spake trembling, he exalted himself in Israel. But when he offended in Baal,
he offended in having other gods.
He died.
So this is what I'm saying. This is the Northern Kingdom getting cut off. In the New Testament, these are Jews, Southern Kingdom, who fell off, started worshiping other gods, right? That's why you see people like Paul talking about Apollos and this and that, so he can connect to these people who were worshiping other gods, right? Go ahead.
This would be the first epistle of Paul to the Corinthians. Chapter 12, verse 1.
Verse 2.
Verse 2. Ye know that ye were Greek Gentiles.
So you know that you were Gentiles.
Carried away unto these dumb idols.
So when they went into idolatry, they became Gentiles. They became the same as everybody else. They became the same exact thing as other Greeks. Go ahead.
Even as ye were led.
Go ahead.
Wherefore I give to you.
Oh, actually, you could drop that. Get verse chapter 10. Because this is something I like. What was that dude's name? You remember dude's name? No? Huh? No, dude right here. Brandon. So this is the thing. When I talk to people, wouldn't it be kind of messed up or kind of stupid for Paul to be trying to have people who never went through something? Hey, you remember when we did this? You remember when we did that? Of course, it makes no sense. Go ahead.
Chapter 1, verse 1.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 1. Moreover, brethren. Go ahead. I would not that ye should be ignorant.
So I would not that you should be dumb. You should forget about this. Go ahead.
how that all our fathers were under the cloud,
So remember how we were in Egypt, you Gentiles? Go ahead.
and all passed through the sea,
So why would he be telling people who never went through this, hey, remember when our ancestors, go ahead?
and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud.
It makes no sense, but it does make sense when they do have the same ancestors because they're the same people, genius. What was the next one?
He said all. It says all. All means all.
Give me Christ where he was teaching. Right? And we'll see something. If all just means all every time, where was Jesus teaching? Because he said he was known everywhere, right? And he went to all. Let's see what all is then. People, bro, people kill me, bro. And it's Gabar, what's she talking about?
So she doesn't believe that the Quran and the Surah, which I have right here, right? It says that the context of the chapter is the man, right? It's talking about the righteous man, his rewards that he's going to get. And it says when you enter in heaven, that you will be gifted young boys of eternal youth.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
What's it say? You speak Arabic?
I do not speak Arabic.
Uh-huh.
But I read the Quran in English.
Uh-huh.
And it does not say boys.
How come that one says boys?
It doesn't. He showed it to me too. It says youth. He's assuming.
What's a youth?
Boys. A youth is somebody who is young and beautiful. Does it have an age limit? Does it have an age listed? It doesn't have a sex limit.
So I'm gonna give you an example, right? In that time, what was considered a child? Where's the other microphone at for her?
In that time, so if you talk about like if you're going to go into the Muhammad married young girl,
In that time.
if you're going to go into that, he wasn't the only person at that time. Kings married.
What you mean everybody?
Kings married women married children before they were even born, while they were still in their mother's side.
Yeah, but did they have sex with them?
There's no proof that he had sex with Aisha.
Muhammad? What consummates a marriage in our culture?
There's strong belief that until she was at least 12 or 14, that he did not consummate the marriage.
Well, the hadith say 9. Strong hadith say 9.
Some strong hadiths say this.
Al-Bukhari is a very strong hadith.
Al-Bukhari does not say 9.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Let's check it out.
Give me my phone. I got it. I got all of them.
Yeah, I could be wrong. You know what I mean? But either way, to me, it honestly doesn't make a difference. It's still a child. It's still a youth.
Right, but it was also thousands of years ago. When again,
No, watch
this.
This
was a more common practice than it is today. If you said to me today that
Okay, I'll praise
if
this.
you said to me today
Gabar.
that a man should be having relations with a 12-year-old girl if you're married to a 12-year-old girl, I would disagree with that. But that also does still happen throughout the world, including in Christianity and in Judaism.
It happens a lot in
And it
Turkey,
happens
a lot of
here.
Muslim
It happens here,
countries.
even in the United States.
That doesn't make it right, though.
No, it doesn't make it right, but I'm just saying it's not like it was that uncommon.
I'm gonna show you something. What was your name?
My name's Fatima.
Fatima?
Yes.
Okay, watch this.
Sahih al-Bukhari,
Which is a strong hadith, correct?
Yes.
5134, book 67, hadith 70, that the Prophet married her when she was 6 years old, and he consummated.
What is consummated?
I know what consummated means.
We have a lot of people watching. I want to make sure that these people understand what consummated means.
Having sexual relations with somebody.
And he consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old.
And I'm gonna give you an example. Muhammad lived about 600 years after Christ, right? So it should, to your stance, it should be, well, 600 years before that, it should be the same exact thing then, right? It's normal in that time. But we have an idea.
Go ahead.
We have passages where Christ literally raises up a 12-year-old girl and says, "Rise, damsel." And in the Hebrew, when you read it, or in the Greek there, it says a woman of a young age, and it's a 12-year-old. It's a little girl. Actually, in some translation, it literally says, "Rise, little girl." This is a girl that's 3 years older than Muhammad's wife.
You're a Christian, correct?
I am a follower of Christ, yes.
Okay, so if you're a follower of Christ, you're a follower of the Bible.
Of course,
correct?
of course.
So if you're a follower of the Bible, can you explain to me why the Bible has consistently changed since the death of Christ? Why it has
Since the death of Christ?
Yeah, why they have conventions where they remove books from it, where they change the words inside.
I like
the
that,
Bible.
Fatima. I like that. You know what I mean? Like, what movie was that? Boys in the Hood, where he starts swinging in the air. and he's just tripping. You hoping one of them hit, right?
No.
So here's the thing. A translation.
I used to be a Christian, and so I know what led me away from Christianity.
I want to
So
talk
that's what
about
I'm
that. So
telling you.
that's great. That's a great point, all right? I won't shun you with that. Translations doesn't mean that the original manuscripts changed,
Correct.
right? For if this one says go hither and this one says I walked over there, nothing changes the original manuscript of the Hebrew.
Right.
There are still unearthing things. For example, I bring this up all the time. I might have the book with me. There's a book called The Zealots of Masada, where they unearth scrolls in the Masada temples over there in Jerusalem, which says it's identical to Ezekiel, Leviticus, Psalms. Sirach is in there, which is a book in here that Christians do not have, but we have it in ours. It's from the 1611. It says it's identical. The only thing that's changed from the newer ones to that is the Nakud system, or some people will call it the Dalet, the dots on the Hebrew letters. But it doesn't change. The original Hebrew doesn't have a vowel system. It's just A's. It's an A-class vowel system.
That's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you why they have removed books from the original Bible.
I have them.
People still thought, that's great that you have them.
But people don't
Christians
study.
not.
Those people do not study. As a true believer, I want to go into the Hebrew. There's things such as the Great Isaiah scroll that matches up exactly with this. So to me, it doesn't change anything. A regular Christian maybe wouldn't know what to do with that, but a person who's actually has of the faith, he should stand on that, right? I'm gonna ask you a question now. Has the Quran changed at all?
Not at all.
Has there ever
Not
been
a dot,
different variations
not a
of the Quran?
No. There's been
Never.
other languages, but it's never been changed from the original.
Other languages is what, a different translation?
It's been translated, but the original Quran in Arabic is still the same as it was in the beginning.
What type of Arabic?
It's called we call it Quranic Arabic now. Because
Which one?
We call it Quranic Arabic because it's not the same Arabic that any Arabic nation speaks now.
So are you familiar with a man named Uthman?
No.
So this is a man that obviously is after Muhammad. What his job was, according to what Allah told him to do, is gather all the Bibles, all the scrolls, I should say, all the pamphlets, all the leaves, all the everything, goatskin, whatever it may be, and see which ones are different and compare it to I believe it's the Quraysha people, because everything was revealed to them, and says, let's see which ones differ from the Quraysha people and burn everything that isn't the same. So originally, there was different Qurans.
No, that was how the Quran was prepared.
It was what?
That's how the Quran was prepared.
So what did Uthman do?
The Quran was not written during Muhammad's time.
No, I understand. Let's just read it, right?
This is another strong hadith again, Sahih al-Bukhari, 4987. Had Hafa.
Let's get to the point, because this is a whole paragraph. Uthman, let's start right there.
So, okay.
Yes.
Want me here? You want me to start here? I think it's better.
Yeah, no, just get to the point. It's hella.
Had Hafa was afraid of the people of Sham and Iraq, differences in the recitation of the Quran.
So why would there be differences in the Quran?
Differences in the recitation.
So what does that mean?
So if you are a Muslim and you are learning Quranic Arabic, there's a way that you have to pronounce the words properly for them to be correct, because just a slight variation in it.
But Fatima, that
what the word means.
there's this guy told me this recently, right? And I think it's crazy, but that's fine and everything. But recitation, me writing something doesn't show the recitation of it. It shows how it was written.
Correct.
So if there's differences in the recitation, that's fine. But is it possible that maybe it says some have added words, some have taken away words? Could you agree with that?
I mean, no, I don't believe that the Quran has ever changed, ever.
Go ahead.
From the beginning.
So, are you familiar with the 10 qirats?
I am not.
Okay, so those are 10 different types of Qurans. They have different words and different translations. For example, one that says that Allah is the greatest planner, right? In another qirat, it's going to say that He is the greatest deceiver, right? So that's not true.
But is it
Different Qurans have different translations with different words in it.
Well, I only know of one Quran, and that's the only Quran that I've ever seen of any
Look
type.
up the 10 qirats of Qurans.
Yeah, well, to me, that those aren't real Qurans.
But do you see how that could be a
Those are
strong
not-
argument against the same
Those
argument
are-
that you
those
try
are
to make?
not- Those are not real Qurans to me. Those Qurans are falsified.
Fatima, what if I say those are not real Bibles then? And this is the real Bible then?
I would agree with you
Okay.
on that, because I would say that is the problem with Christianity. And so if you are following the word of the prophet of God, the second person that he ever created in his entire life, if you are following the true word of that man,
Say that one more time.
Only the second person that God ever created.
Who was the first one?
Adam.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to get into a rabbit hole, but
anyway,
yeah, I believe that Christ created everything through the power of the Most High.
Right.
Okay. Well, that's fine. You could believe that, but the point is that if you are following what your prophet, so as a Muslim, my prophet is Muhammad. As a Christian, your prophet is Jesus, right? If you are following what he said and what he did, then good for you. I'm happy for you as a Christian.
I want to
if
talk
you're
something
doing
because
that,
you're an
people don't do
ex-Christian,
that.
right? Okay, I'll accept that. What led you away from Christianity?
The first thing that led me away from Christianity when I was a single mother, and I went with my two small boys at the time, to church. I used to go to church just by myself since I was 9 years old. I went to church with my two small boys, and I sat all the way in the back. And the pastor came to me and told me that I had to leave, that I couldn't stay there with the children. And I said, I don't have anybody to watch them. I'm just a single mother. And he said, they're not allowed in here. And so I had to leave with my children. And I never went back to a church again. But that...
What church was that?
It was in Connecticut. I live in Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
So, but the point was that after that, then I started thinking about how little I felt that Christianity
let you down,
followed Christ. That they pushed people out of churches who were dirty. They didn't welcome people in off the streets. They didn't follow Jesus' teachings himself. You know,
but here's
that was the problem for me. And so then also...
Wait, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, Fatima. I also don't want... I'm going to let you land your plane because I'm interested in it, right? But wouldn't you say you have to conform to what the church wanted out of you in order to be a part of that, right?
Yeah, if I wanted to be a part of it,
exactly.
I would have had to follow that. Yeah.
Does Islam do that, where you have to conform to what they expect out of you in order to be a part of it?
In certain areas, people believe that is Islam. That is not Islam. Islam teaches us that we have the right to research and to learn things on our own and to decide what is the proper thing to follow. Again, unless it's in the Quran itself, because if it's in the Quran itself, everybody's supposed to follow that. That's a Muslim. But everything outside of that people associate with Islam is not all Islam. A lot of it's cultural, and people pretend that that's Islam.
I like
that upsets me a lot because it's not.
And you, as a Muslim woman, I could say, right?
Yes.
Do you have Jewish and Christian friends at all?
I do. Yes.
Does Islam permit that?
I mean, no, it doesn't. But
where doesn't it permit it at?
I know that I am a sinner, just like everybody else that I know is a sinner.
Wait. Where does it say it doesn't permit it at?
Well, it's permitted if they're women, but these are men that I'm talking about. I'm
women.
Not permitted to
only Jewish and Christian women?
Yes, women are not permitted to have men as friends. If you're a Muslim woman, you're not permitted to have.
What would you?
friends.
Hey man, shout out Genesis, right? But watch this. If you could look up the one about the vessel that I don't know if you have seen Hassad's one. That was crazy. What would it take for a man to be a part of your family? To be somehow, if he, let's say for example, it's not a direct relative of yours. How can a man be a part of your family, like, and be a close friend to you to the point where you are able to have a man friend?
They can't.
At all?
No.
Okay.
No.
Let me. I'm gonna bring something up for you, right?
Sure.
Let's see if he gets it. You got it?
Oh, I gotta look.
Here. Let's look it up, right? Because I don't want using my phone, right? Oh yeah, you bring that out, and let me look something up real quick.
So this is Surah of chapter 5, verse 51. O you who have believed, do not take the Jews and the Christians as allies. They are in fact allies of one another. And whoever is an ally to them among you.
So as a believer, as a Muslim woman, if you are a friend to a Jew and a Christian,
I know this.
Then indeed he is one of them.
You're one of them.
Indeed, Allah guides not the wrongdoing people.
So he's saying a Jew and a Christian is a wrongdoing people, but you admitted you're a sinner just like everybody else.
Yeah, let me explain that to you really quickly, though.
Please.
So we do believe that Jewish people and Christians are people of the book, and that those both are, I mean, Jesus Christ himself is a very important prophet in the Quran and to Muslims. Whether you know that or not, that's a fact.
Of course.
And the problem is that we feel that both Jewish people and Christians have been misguided since the time of their prophets. So since the time of their prophets,
after Jesus?
No, yes. For Christians after Jesus, for Jews, since they don't believe that Jesus was a prophet, then their prophets, Adam and Moses and all the other prophets.
But here's the thing though, Fatima. What do you believe about Jesus then?
What do I believe about Jesus? I believe that he was created by God, that he was the son of Mary, and that he was divine, that he performed miracles, that he was, again, a very high prophet of Allah. He is very important. But the problem is that first of all, he never asked for a religion to be created in his name. He never said to people, create a religion in my name.
Of course, I could agree.
He told his followers to follow God and to love God, not to follow me and to love me. So that's one thing. But
okay.
Also on top of that, he again taught Christians to follow a certain way. I mean, even just the 10 commandments in the Bible. There's not 10 commandments. There's 140 something commandments.
There's 600,
right?
about 613.
Yeah, right, but they pick and chose 10 that they want to still follow.
Well, no, those are the ones that. I can see your point. I can see your point.
They eat pork. A lot
That's
of
a great
Christians
point.
eat pork, and you're
Do
not
you eat
supposed
pork?
to no, I do not.
What if you're about to die?
Then I could.
What about the people in the Bible who said, I'd rather die than eat pork?
It's good for them, but I could though. I could.
But okay, this is my point. Why does your God, I'm going to say that there's a different
We have
God,
the same God.
say this is a difference though. In this Bible, we see strong believers that would rather die than eat pork, but your God says, if you're going to die, go ahead and eat it. Why is there a difference?
Okay. First of all, we all have the same God. We all believe in.
What's God's name?
We all believe in a single God, Allah. But it's God. It's the same word. It's just in Arabic. It's the same.
Perfect. But here's the
there's
thing.
Only one God.
Here's the
if
thing.
you believe there's only one God, then whether you're Jewish, Christian, or Muslim, you believe in the same God. You may believe that He directs you to do things differently.
But here's the difference, Fatima. Watch this. The Bible in the Hebrew calls Moses Allah. And it says God, the Most High God, called Moses Allah. Because Allah in Hebrew just means power. It means a person that has might, right? But there's also, for example, are you familiar with what the Tetragrammaton is?
No. I
The
don't-
Yod Hed Vav Hed?
I don't really deal with Judaism in any way, shape, or form.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Why do you believe in Muhammad?
Well, I mean, this is going to be hard for you to understand, but
I'm gonna try.
when I was having difficulties in my
Oh no,
life.
no, sorry. Not to be a personal thing, but I'm saying, why do Muslims believe in Muhammad?
Oh, okay. Well, why I believe in Muhammad and why Muslims
That's what
believe
I'm
in
getting at.
Muhammad
Yeah.
might not be the same.
Yeah.
Thing. The reason why most Muslims believe in Muhammad, I will be honest, is because their parents told them to believe in Muhammad. Their parents led them into
Okay.
that belief.
Let me ask the
As
more
a
direct
believer,
question.
there's a
Why
much
should
different-
we believe in Muhammad?
Because Muhammad gave us the final book of God to try to lead us back onto the right path.
Okay,
So that
perfect.
way, when the end times come, that the people that have followed, we are not against Christians or Jews. We are against.
I'm gonna show you how you are,
them.
though. I'm gonna show you how you are. What book do I look to try to say, I read something and say, there's a man that's gonna come later, and you should believe on him. Where do I go to for that?
I don't know what you're asking.
In the Old Testament, for example, I could go to Deuteronomy 18:18, Genesis 49. I could go to Isaiah 63.
Do you know that the Old Testament is important to Islam as well, right? The
Yeah, but you don't
original
believe in
Old
it, though.
We do if it's the original Old Testament.
Watch this. Give
We
me
don't
Psalms
believe in
83.
changes.
Give me one sec.
Changes to it. We do believe that the Jewish people were the first people that had a pact with God.
But this is where I'm
We do believe
saying,
that, but we believe that they've
this
gone
isn't the
astray.
book.
They've gone astray.
but this isn't the book, though.
The book that you're reading?
Yeah.
You're reading Bible, I assume.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah.
But is this
What
Old Testament that you believe in?
I do not know the differences between the Old Testament to tell you
Okay.
what I believe.
Okay,
in
perfect,
as far
perfect.
As
I'm gonna show you
is
something.
concerned.
Who is Muhammad's ancestor? Like, for example, Israelites go back to the man named,
All of the prophets are all related to each other.
and then they go back to one person of, what's his name?
Adam.
No,
Adam?
no. Israel, the man Israel, right? They're all Israelites,
Right.
right? Who does Muhammad go back to?
All prophets, all thousands of prophets that have ever existed are all from the same lineage. All prophets.
I
are
could
from the
agree
same
with you, but I think we have a difference in that because the Bible says all the prophets come from the man Israel, right?
Right.
I'm gonna shoot you the alley oop. Muhammad does not come from Israel. He comes from a man named Ishmael, right? His mom was Hagar. You familiar with the story?
Yes.
let's see if you agree with this. Let's get to the point on it. Let me see.
Sorry, just gotta check the timer. I'm trying to be rude.
Verse 2, I guess.
The
You
book,
want my
of,
light?
the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
Who are God's enemies?
God's enemies are the wrongdoing people.
Wrongdoing people. Okay.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
So the people that hate God have lifted up their head. They become prideful.
Right.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people
Uh-huh.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Go ahead.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation,
Uh-huh.
that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Go ahead.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
So it's about to name off people who are confederate, how they grouped up against the Israelites to cut off God's name, to try to say, people forget about this God. Go ahead.
The tabernacles of Edom.
First it lists off Edomites. They are against God's enemies. Uh-huh.
And the Ishmaelites.
How come right here it's saying that the Ishmaelites are God's enemies? But then we go and we read the Quran and it'll say Ishmael was actually the chosen one and the lineage, Muhammad comes from Ishmael. When the Bible says the only prophets come, the Quran actually says the prophets only come from Israel. The Nabuwah, right? Like you don't call Muhammad a Nabi, you call him a Rasul. He's a messenger.
Correct.
But he's not a Nabi though.
Correct. He's not born of God. Is that what you're asking me?
No, he's not. That's
That's
where I'm saying he's not a prophet according to the Quran. He's a messenger because the prophets only come from Israel, right? Thus says the Bible. That's why I was asking you, do you believe in the Bible or are you one of the Muslims that say, we believe in the Bible, but not that Bible. The original Bible is gone and it's somewhere.
No, I'm not saying that, but I don't believe that passage has been properly translated or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
I do not believe that Allah is an enemy of the Christian people.
Okay, and this is I want to see what you think about this, right? Let's read this one for her.
Start the green part. Are you sure?
Nah, just the.
All right, this is Sahih Muslim.
Sahih Muslim.
Sahih Muslim 1453.
Uh-huh.
Messenger of Allah.
The Messenger of Allah.
I see on the face of Abu Hadu Hafifa signs of disgust on entering the Salon, who is an ally, unto our house.
Mm-hmm.
Whereupon Allah's apostle said, suckle him.
What does suckle him mean?
It's like breastfeed.
Breastfeed him.
Yeah.
And he's telling a woman, breastfeed him. Go ahead.
She said, how can I suckle him as he is a grown-up man?
Uh-huh.
Allah's messenger smiled and said, I already know that he is a young man. Ammar has made this addition in his narration that he participate in the battle of Badr.
Uh-huh.
And in the narration of Aban Umar, the words are Allah's messengers laughed.
So these people laughed at this, but here's the thing. What are these people? They're not rabbis in Islam. They're called, what, like the wise men? What are they called? Imams. The imams. Their commentary.
Imams are not the same thing as like priests.
But these
Just
are people
to
who
be
give
clear.
commentary on it, right?
They're people who are supposed to be more knowledgeable of Islam,
Right.
and so they're
Right.
giving you guidance.
The
Again,
commentary
it does
on
not
it.
mean that they're always correct.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna give you their commentary on it. This says that this man was told to do that
Yes.
so that he can be close to them. He told another man, "Hey, go get breastfed by this woman as a grown man." How does that make sense? Break it down for me.
That was a battle. That man was injured, and that's why he was being told to suckle from the woman, because he was an injured man. That's why he was being told to suckle from that woman.
So that's normal in your culture, though.
I mean, not nowadays. No, of course it's not.
But that was normal back then. It should be normal now. Just how little
No.
kids
No.
is
So
normal.
again, we have to follow everything that is written in the Quran. Everything outside of the Quran is we are supposed to follow the teachings or the path of Muhammad, but doesn't say that you have to do every single thing that Muhammad ever did or that Muhammad ever said.
Perfect. I
You
like
don't
that.
have to
I like
follow
that.
100%.
But you know what it does say? Give me 1 Peter 2:21. If we're supposed to follow Christ, as the Bible says,
Right.
we're gonna be a good example to people. If I were to tell a Muslim, hey bro, you're a Muslim? Yeah, okay, cool. Why don't you go get a 6-year-old wife? What would you tell me?
Again, I would say the Quran does not say that. The Quran itself does
But he's
not
an
say
example
that. Again, we don't have to follow every single example
that Muhammad did.
Correct.
But it says it's in order to be a good Muslim, you follow. He is the perfect example of a man unto death.
At that time.
So not no more. Muhammad's not the perfect example right now.
He was the perfect example of a man then because he never committed a sin. He was clean. He didn't have any sin upon him. Times have changed, and things that were average or normal or allowed back then are not the same as they are now. So that it's not saying that he did anything wrong. I'm not saying that he did anything wrong, even if he married a 6-year-old woman.
It's not wrong.
I'm not saying that he did anything wrong. No, absolutely not. Because that was thousands of years ago when it was a more common practice.
So God changed.
No, God did not change it.
Is God okay with it now?
That's the point. Because the Quran, no, I didn't even say God wasn't okay with it. I said I'm not okay.
Okay,
with
no,
it.
I'm asking you,
That's
is
what
God
I'm
okay with 50-something-year-old men having 6-year-old wives right now?
I do not believe so, no.
So God was okay with Muhammad doing it thousands of years ago, but just not now.
I believe that God gave Muhammad permission to do the things that he did. Like he had more wives than were allowed. He married people that there were things that changed even in the Quran. In the beginning of the Quran, Muslims were allowed to drink alcohol. It was, as the Quran proceeded, as his
give me Malachi 3 and 6.
proceeded, as his messages proceeded, then he was given different guidance by God. Then God said, for example, no longer should your people drink alcohol because it causes corruption and causes people to do bad things, and so they should no longer.
I'm gonna show you the differences though, right? Go ahead.
It's the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, verse 21. For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps, who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth.
So you know what? I'm gonna follow Christ in everything, in every possible morality thing that he wants to say. So when Christ called the 12-year-old girl a little girl, I'm gonna look at a 12-year-old girl as a little girl and not as a grown woman already that should have been married 3 years ago.
I'm going to tell you two other major differences between Islam and Christianity when it comes to Jesus Christ. Okay.
Let's go.
One, we do not believe that he was allowed to suffer on the cross, that he was replaced with another man.
You believe he didn't even die?
He did not die. Correct.
So Jesus, does the Quran say Jesus is going to come back?
Yes, it does. Jesus is going to come back.
Come back from what? What happened?
He's going to come back from heaven.
So, Jesus ascended.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in one of the levels of.
So, but here's the problem. You don't believe in the Nubuwah in the Bible though, because the Bible says that Jesus was that lamb that was slain before the foundations of the
Correct.
earth.
I do not believe that in the Bible.
So that's why I'm asking, what Bible do you believe in then?
I don't believe in the Bible. That's why I'm not a Christian.
But you said as a Muslim, you believe in the Old Testament.
No, the Old Testament.
That's in the Old Testament.
That Jesus.
Isaiah 53.
I mean, we know that Jewish people don't believe that Jesus.
I'm not
Christ
Jewish.
Was,
You're talking to a Bible believer.
Right. Jewish people are the providers of the Old Testament. They are the people who gave the Old Testament to Christianity. The Jewish people do not believe that Jesus Christ was even a prophet or a messenger or anything else. Every Jewish person I've ever known in my entire life.
Listen. Here's another thing. I don't believe that the small hat people in Israel today are the actual Jews.
No, I don't either.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So what those people's beliefs are, you can't enforce them on the Jews of the Bible at that time.
I'm talking about Jews in the United States, which are
that's neither here nor there. I believe they're European converts that went into Judaism. Right. So their belief. So it goes back to my point, Fatima. Though, do you believe in the Old Testament though?
I believe in the Old Testament as it was written in Hebrew. I do not believe that everything that is in the Bible is correct from original Hebrew and from the original Old Testament.
Okay, perfect. But here's the thing: you don't read Hebrew, so what difference does it make? So we can go to the great Isaiah scroll that has Isaiah 53 in it that says that this man was going to be cut off for the nation.
Women in Judaism aren't even allowed to read the sacred text.
I mean, Judaism,
they're I'm just making a point. They're not even allowed to read that. So why would I, as a woman, have any knowledge of anything?
Okay, I can take that from you. Go ahead.
Let me read this.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Whatever point you had.
All right. So just to show you, like, the Bible that we're reading right now is
is pretty accurate, right? This is the Dead Sea Scrolls. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Of course, yeah.
So it says this is the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls allows scholars to see how much the biblical text had changed in over 1,000 years of transmission. They discovered that very little had changed and that the Hebrew Bible had been transmitted with incredible accuracy over a millennium.
Do you know that large portions of the Dead Sea Scrolls are missing? So you can't say that it's proper translation of something that you're missing.
Can I read this? The
Sure.
first part then? It says the Dead Sea Scrolls are a collection of over 900 manuscripts discovered in the caves around Qumran near the Dead Sea between in 1947 and 1956. Numerous excavations discovered a variety of scrolls and fragments in 11 caves, including copies of every book of the Old Testament except for Nehemiah and Esther. And the brother had just mentioned Isaiah 53, which talks about Christ.
I do not trust that the information that I'm sorry, I do not trust that the information you're giving me about Dead Sea Scrolls being translated into the Old Testament of the Bible that you're not reading is all accurate information. I'm sorry, I just do not.
That's fine. You're entitled to that. Right. You should do that.
Among those found works, by the way, was the Book of Judas. You know about the Book of Judas, right?
Mm-hmm. What about it?
That there was a Book of Judas, and that a wealthy man acquired it and put it in a safe, and it was destroyed. But there was a Book of Judas. There was a Book of Mary in the Bible.
I don't think they're the books that we're reading right now, though, because there is no complete manuscripts that you can go back to that.
But there was a book of Mary in the original Bible.
That's fine. There could be. But how do we know which one is the real one, though?
I mean, you couldn't put it back if that's what you're asking.
No, right, but this is my point. I'm not going to accept something that I can't physically look at today, but we can look at the Dead Sea Scrolls today and read it in Hebrew and say, look, this says a man was supposed to come and be cut off for the nation of Israel. But then if you accept him as a prophet and you know that Jesus is that prophet, how can you turn back around and say, no, he lied? So Jesus sinned, though.
I didn't say that Jesus lied or sinned. When did I say that?
No, but if
I didn't say either one of those things.
If Jesus himself says, this temple is going to be destroyed and in 3 days I'm going to be back. When Jesus says that, are you saying that Jesus lied because he didn't emphatically die?
No, I'm saying that.
So Jesus did die?
No, that's not what I'm saying either. I'm saying that whoever provided that information when that Bible was written gave inaccurate information because they believed it also. I'm not saying that they lied, but they also believed because Allah misguided them into believing that that was Jesus that was dying on the cross. It's not like these people were like a grand conspiracy. They believed that this was Jesus who died on the cross. So I'm not like faulting them for that at all. And again, no, Jesus never committed a sin, nor was he a liar.
So you'll just say that people added that to the Bible to say that he said,
correct.
I'm going to die.
Correct.
And okay. So, and because I'm not sure how many people are watching on this, but we have a big Christian following, right? What would you say that as an ex-Christian, what should a true believer expect out of a true Christian? If
you are a Christian and you are a true believer, then you should follow the ways of Christ. You should be looking to help people who are less fortunate than you. You should be looking to help the unhoused, the criminals in your communities, the people who Jesus Christ himself would have turned to and helped out, not shunning those people. And I think that is the greatest fault that's happening right now in Christianity, is that they are turning away from the people that their own prophet loved so dearly. He loved those people.
And you live in the Bay Area?
Those people. No, I live in Connecticut.
Okay, you're just visiting.
Yeah, I'm out here for work.
Okay, so I would say it's a little bit different than in Connecticut than here, but I would say the majority in the Bay Area, the people who you do see in the hoods and the ghettos and everything, isn't white people. Who do you think you would expect to see here in those same situations that you just described, in the prisons, in poverty?
Are you asking if it's a racial thing like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Who would you see?
Yeah.
Who do you predominantly would see?
In less wealthy economic areas in Connecticut, are you asking me?
No, here in the Bay Area.
Here? I would assume that would probably be like
where there's more people.
Like maybe a mix of Hispanic and Black and I know there's a lot of Chinese or Korean people out here, so I would say sure it's mixed, just like it is in New York.
I work for people of those races, so I know that those people are not in poverty like that as much as we are. But we have a very big problem when
Who's we? Are
black,
you white?
black, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
I didn't
God
mean any
forbid.
offense. I just didn't know,
No.
honestly.
So black and Latinos, especially the Native Americans, this used to be a lonely nation tribe here, right? And the people in charge of Berkeley said, look, I know that the Ohlone people went through a lot of stuff. We're gonna give them a parking lot. They literally gave them a park. The city of Berkeley gave them a parking lot, and then said, you know what? Let's build a museum there for these people. That's not helping the Ohlone tribe whatsoever.
It's not.
But what I think does help the Black, Latino, and Native American people, and I want to target them specifically, is because we are the most downtrodden. We're the ones with the widows. We're the ones in the hoods. We're the ones in prison systems that make up everything. And I think people get annoyed with me saying that. They're like, oh, look at these guys are racist. These guys are this and that. I'm like, bro, I care so much about my people. I want to see them uplifted. Because I'm sure, I don't know if the brother mentioned it to you, we believe that the Black, Latino, Native Americans are the actual Israelites of the Bible. How we both agree that those people in Israel today are not them people. Because the prophets say when those people are in the land, there will be peace. They're killing little kids right now in Palestine.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They're bombing these people constantly for years and years and years. So those people in Israel today cannot possibly be those people.
Right.
We believe that through the scriptures, through archaeology, through history, that you're looking at the real Israelites. Right. And for there to be peace on earth, the real Israelites need to wake up from that slumber and understand we have a God that needs to be obeyed, because Christianity has led us astray. Catholicism has led us astray.
Yeah, and I mean that's part of the problem, and we even have the same problem in Islam. I'll admit it freely that the secularization of the religion, and then people among there fighting over what's correct and what's not, instead of all just believing in one single thing. You know, if you are a Muslim, you should all believe in the same basic tenets. If you're a Christian, you should all believe in the same basic tenets. But you know, Catholics believe one thing. You know,
and this is where we differ with other belief systems, because we actually believe what Christ taught. Right? Yeah. Christ says, why call you me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? And you said it your best yourself. You said Christ didn't teach, follow, worship me. He said, believe in the Father and keep the commandments. Right? But Christianity has such a big problem with that. And that's going for everybody in that would be watching this. They have a very big problem of disobeying God and wanting to exalt Christ over everything, when we don't even do that. Right? As a true Christian, we don't do that. And they go so much, and this is what I was going to ask you about earlier. They want to idolatrize Christ in a way to say, look, the Bible says that he was made like unto his brethren. He's made exactly like his brethren, to show you that you're able to do this. And it's going to bug a lot of people out. But we do not believe that Mary was a virgin when Christ was born. Yeah. We believe that Joseph was the father, right? Because he had to come from the lineage of David, which Joseph was. There's no genealogy for Mary whatsoever. And in order for him to be the roaring lion from the tribe of Judah, he has to be from the tribe of Judah, which Joseph was, right? So this is what I was going to ask you earlier. Why do you think the Quran, I don't know if it's the Quran or just the belief system that you had, why do you still in Islam believe that Jesus was born of an immaculate conception?
I have no opinion about whether or not there's immaculate conception. There's no reason that I have to believe one or the other. It doesn't matter.
But why do you believe it?
If you're asking if I think that she was a virgin, that's not addressed or important in the religion. The important thing is that I do believe that he was created directly by God, that God created him, that he was pure from the seed.
And I'm gonna tell you why I say that, because you said he was the son of Mary.
Yes.
And I'm like, why not just say he's the son of Joseph? But you said Mary specifically because you were indoctrinated to believe that at one point. So I'm saying, do you still believe that though?
Do I still believe that he's the son of Mary?
Yeah.
Not the son of Joseph? Yes, I do not believe he's the son of Joseph.
You do not believe that?
I do not.
Okay. Well, that promise was made in the Old Testament to David. It says, out of thy bowels. That Hebrew word is zerai. It literally means sperm. Out of your sperm, the Messiah is going to come. So did God lie to David at that point?
I mean, you know that there have been thousands of prophets, right? There's not a single prophet.
No, but it says that out of David's loins. Ezekiel isn't from the lineage of David. Neither is Isaiah. Neither is Habakkuk or Nehemiah. So that's what I'm saying.
Honestly, I could not tell you because I don't know that information.
Perfect. I'll accept that answer. I'll accept that answer. But this is where I'm saying that people want to idolatrize Christ in that fashion so much that they make up whole holidays. For example, Catholicism, Christmas. They'll say Christ was born December 25th, and it's a pagan holiday. Saturnalia goes back to that same thing.
All of them.
That's where I'm getting at.
Holiday is
that's where I'm getting at. And these people want to conform to everything other than being what the Bible says and being holy and separate.
You know why? Because it's easier for people. And that's why a lot of Muslims also don't follow Islam properly. And a lot of Jewish people don't follow Judaism properly because it's easier. It's easy to go and hang out with my friends and to have a couple of drinks and to wear, tight pants and tight shirts and stuff like that because then I fit in. Then
Yeah.
I'm everybody else, right?
Yeah.
It's more difficult to stand out and to say that God and my afterlife is more important to me than anything on this earth. Very few people can believe that or do that. And that's why I said earlier, and I'll say it again to you, I may not agree with what you guys believe in, but I do have respect for you for believing what you believe and for living upon those tenets. I do not believe that the God that I follow, the God that I believe in, is anything but a loving, caring, forgiving God. And I believe that if you are a good person, regardless of what you have, been, first of all, a lot of people aren't even subjected to some of these religions. They don't have any choice about what they're going to do. If you live in certain countries, you have no choice of your religion. So it's not like it's always a choice for people. But if you are a good person, then you are a good person. That's what
So Fatih,
matters.
let me ask you this, right? You said God is a just God, right?
Yes.
Is he a God that forgets stuff?
No, he forgives. He doesn't forget.
Okay, perfect. If something atrocious happened to
That's
you,
not a person. So he doesn't.
right. If something atrocious happened,
Yeah.
for example, to one people, let's say something atrocious happened to all Ishmaelites, to all people that were related to Muhammad.
Right.
Like somebody attacked them and they destroyed and killed over 100 million of them. And then someone says, "Look, God is a forgiving God. Nothing should happen for that." How would you feel about that?
That's not. I don't have to be forgiving. If God is forgiving, that's God's choice. I don't have to forgive them. So
That's
I'm
a great
person.
answer, Fatima. But here's the difference, though. I believe that the God of the Bible holds people accountable, right? And he judges by nations as a whole. In the book of Numbers, right? He goes and he tells people, look, in the last days, this nation, this is their judgment. This is their judgment. This is their judgment.
From the United States of America, we're one of the most sinful nations in the world.
I think America is going to get destroyed when they go to a war with Russia. World War III, Russia's going to win that war. That says the Bible, actually, right?
Yeah.
But here's what I was going to ask you. Would you say that you're a just woman?
Yes.
Okay. As a just woman, what do you think should happen for the atrocities that happen to Black, Latino, Native Americans in America? What would be justification for what happened to them? Or is it something that we forget and move past?
No, we do not forget. And I do believe that anybody who participated in the past or currently participates in any of those
What about
oppressions or
benefits from it?
abuses, benefits from them, anything that you have done in your life that is something evil against any people of God, is going to be judged when you die. You're going to spend.
What would you
time
say
in
to
hell.
Christians that say, well, not, but I'm a believer in Christ and I'm saved now?
I don't believe that. I mean, I just don't believe that.
I agree, right?
Yeah,
I think the people, because you join a faith, doesn't mean that you are no longer that people, right? So where's your ancestry from?
Mostly Italian, but I have adoption on my dad's side, so I don't know.
You don't really know. What's your last name? Oh, but you don't have your dad's last name.
No, but my maiden last name was not.
Okay.
It's an English name, but again, his father was adopted, so I don't really know the lineage.
So here's my belief system, right? I believe that Christ came and died for the nation of Israel, right? I believe that, for example, Pontius Pilate in history, he was an Edomite in the Bible, and when he saw that everybody was like, "Oh, you guys want to kill Jesus?" I know you don't believe that, but according to what I believe, that's what happened, right? He said, "I wash my hands of this man's innocent blood."
Right.
Give me Exodus 24. You know what I want? Yeah. He said, "This blood, the blood of this man, is not on my hands."
Of course.
And
it was.
You know whose it was on though? Who responded and said, "Yeah, may his blood be on us and on our children." Who said that?
I did not.
The Jews said that. They wanted Jesus to die. They didn't understand that was prophecy playing out, right? The Jews said that blood of Jesus is on us. The white man.
Also, the blood is on him too.
I mean, he did it. He did it. But here's the thing. But metaphorically, he said, "My hands are clean from this man, this innocent man's blood."
Right.
And the Jews responded and said, "His blood is on us." Right? Go ahead.
The book of Exodus, chapter 24, verse 7. And he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience of the people.
Huh?
And they said,
all that the Lord has said will we do,
Uh-huh.
and be obedient.
Uh-huh.
And Moses took the blood
Uh-huh.
and sprinkled it on the people and said, Behold, the blood of the covenant which the Lord has made with you concerning all these words.
So I believe that the blood that Christ spilled
Yeah.
and died for was for the nation of Israel. And again, I believe that it's the Black, Latino, Native Americans. I believe there's also Israelites scattered to the four corners of the earth. We got people in India, we got people in Japan, we got people still in Africa, right? So this is not just saying that it's just these people here. This is just the Western Hemisphere. But I believe that the blood was for them to reconcile them back to God, to be right with God.
I hope so. I hope so. For you and all of the people who believe what you believe, I hope so, because that has always made me very sad that the Israelites, who had the original contract with God, the original agreement with God about following Him and following His laws, have broken it multiple times. And again, I know that you don't believe that the people in Israel are Israelites, but many people do. Let's just leave it at that. Okay. And for them to be doing what they're doing, it's just another breaking of the covenant of God. So it makes me sad that people who are so loved and beloved by God have turned against Him. So
Right.
I'm glad if you feel a renewed sense of that covenant with God that has been lost throughout Judaism and Christianity. If you have that covenant with God and you believe those things, then I'm happy for you.
Let me ask you. I got a couple
am.
more things before you run off, right?
Sure. Wait.
Was Jesus black?
Jesus was probably Arabic, but I don't know.
He was Arabic?
Probably, yeah. I mean,
What does that
just from
mean?
where he was at the time.
In the Middle
Like
East,
dark
right?
brown, yeah, dark
Okay.
brown.
Who were the original inhabitants of the Middle East?
I do not know.
Is these people called the Canaanites,
Yeah.
right? The Phoenicians,
Yeah.
right? These people, most scholars will say those are black people.
I wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't argue that with you.
So,
Honestly, I wouldn't
so
argue
if
that
when we
with
look
you.
at the original people, like for example, this is where I was going to. The original people of Egypt were black people. They were Hamites. Their children, Mitzrayim, in the Hebrew, those are people from Ham. Canaan comes from Ham. Those are black people.
Yeah.
The people who are in Egypt today are Arabs,
Yeah.
right? They're descendants of Ishmael as well. So when people say Jesus was Middle Eastern, well, I'll say, well, look, in the time of Jesus, there was Canaanite people and they were black. Why does it always have to be a light brown?
I don't know that he was, and it's not important to
Let's
me
get Acts
or to my
13.
religion. It's not important to me or my religion what his race was.
I understand, but
Yeah.
look, when we look at these people, it has to be important because
Why?
it's based on these people. It's based on these people.
What's based on it?
Everything that you believe.
Is based upon
Of course,
the Jewish people that live in
no Muslim is
the
gonna
white
believe
community.
in Muhammad if they didn't think that he was a prophet coming from somewhere.
We believe that God sends a prophet to the people of their people, that every prophet has been sent to their people, speaks their language, looks more like them, because that's who you're going to listen to. If they threw an Arab guy in, New York in 1800, they wouldn't even listen to him, much less, in 1400s. So God has always sent a prophet that
No, but why?
matches the people.
I mean,
So yeah, he didn't
I
send a
guess.
white guy to Israel in 2,000 years ago. It wouldn't even make any sense. A white guy with blonde
but this
hair
is where I'm
was-
getting.
But that's part of the problem. That's
What
part
is
of
the problem?
Is the idolatry. The problem is the statues, Christ up on a cross.
But everything changed for Islam once they got influenced by Catholicism as well, because you guys had a god for every single day of the year.
No,
You guys had a moon god. It was a moon god as well.
no,
It wasn't.
no.
It was
The-
over
the common.
400 deities in Arabia previous to Islamic.
Right, but that was not Islam. You understand that? That was not Islam. That is what Muhammad destroyed. Muhammad destroyed the fact that they were polytheists. So, Muhammad destroyed that. We are not polytheists, and we have never been. So that just is not accurate
Okay,
information.
where like the brother brought up a great point. The cube in Mecca, where does that originate from?
From God.
The black cube.
Yeah. From
You know
God.
that actually goes back to ancient occultists with Saturn, worshiping Saturn. The same reason why the small hat people
Do
wear the
you
little
know-
box
do you
thing
know
on their
that
thing,
in the
the
Kaaba,
tefillin.
do you know that in the Kaaba it used to be filled with all of these pagan symbols and all of these things that were from all these polytheists? Do you know that when Muhammad went into the Kaaba, there was only one thing that he didn't destroy? Do you know what that is?
What was it?
It was a picture of Mary. That is the only thing that he did not destroy.
So Muhammad
He went
worshipped
to
Mary?
Muhammad. He didn't worship Mary. He respected Mary. There's the difference.
What about
when I was
Jesus?
a Christian, when I was
Give me Luke.
Christian, I used
What
to
is that?
I used to pray all the time to Mary and to Jesus and to everybody
Luke
else
17?
to go ahead and
The
save
paps
me.
that has sucked? You know what I'm talking
Blessed
about?
be the paths. 11.
Luke.
11 and 27.
Watch this. I'm gonna show you something. What if Jesus didn't even do that?
You've got like 9 more minutes because I got to
Perfect.
get to Walker.
That's cool.
Sorry.
What if Jesus didn't even do that?
If Jesus, I'm sorry.
What
I lost
you
my
said
track.
Muhammad respected Mary to that point where he kept a picture of her and didn't destroy her.
He didn't keep it, but he didn't destroy it. It wasn't his personal property or anything, but yeah, he didn't destroy it. You're asking me
Would you-
if Jesus.
And this is something
I'm not really sure exactly.
I believe the Catholic Church is an idolater when they have pictures of all these people and they worship them.
Yes.
But okay, I'll take you'll say Muhammad didn't worship her. He just had a picture of her.
Well, he didn't have it. He just
He
didn't
kept it. He didn't destroy it.
Just
Okay.
like we won't. We will,
You know what
I
I'm on
wouldn't
it?
destroy.
Yeah.
A true Muslim would never destroy any text that has the name of Allah on it, for instance.
What about
Like, I
a
wouldn't-
picture?
A picture of God?
No. A picture of another religious or another god.
We wouldn't destroy it if it was Christian or Jewish, but we wouldn't follow it or do that ourselves. We
But the
don't
Bible
believe
says
in idolatry.
the Bible in the Old Testament says that if you see any of these altars, any of these other things, you destroy everything. You burn it down to the ground.
That's great. I'm totally for
All right,
that.
go
I'm
ahead.
just telling you what happened back
Okay.
in the day. I do not.
Is it a rock
believe in
inside
those
the stone that they kiss?
Yes.
It's a stone.
It's a stone. Yes,
Okay.
the black stone.
Okay.
correct.
The book of Luke, chapter 11, verse 27. And it came to pass as he spake these things, a certain woman of the company lift up her voice and said unto him, Blessed is the womb that bare thee,
Uh-huh.
and the paps which thou hast sucked.
Uh-huh. Mary, right? Go ahead.
But he said, Yes, brother, blessed.
He says, yeah, but rather.
Blessed are they that hear the word of God and keep it.
So Jesus was like, yeah, they're like, Jesus, your mom is so great. Jesus, your mom this. And Jesus said, yeah, but rather, blessed is a man that keeps the commandments.
I would agree with that.
Right?
100%.
But Muhammad put her at a pedestal and said, I'm not going to destroy Mary's picture.
We don't believe in destroying other people. Again, people.
Does
who
God
are-
believe in destroying them?
Does God believe in destroying Christians?
No. They're stuff. They're relics of a false God. Because I'm saying we don't have the same God.
Right.
The God in the Bible, even in Christianity, is
You're
called
saying-
Yahweh.
You're saying me and you don't have the same God? I mean, how
Yeah.
could you say that? If you believe in one God, how could you say that it's not the same God? You can disagree about
you know
what
why?
we believe that God has led us to do, but there is only one God. and
Give me
you
Malachi
can't-
3:6.
You can't think
No,
otherwise. if
perfect.
you're
Watch this.
a
Watch this.
Christian even.
God said this.
The book of Malachi, chapter 3 and verse 6. For I am the Lord, I change not.
God doesn't change, correct, Fatima? Uh-huh.
Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
So because God made a promise with the Israelites, that's the only reason the Israelites aren't going to be destroyed forever, because they were idolatrous, horrible, sinning people. But there's even a point where he says, look, I'm going to forgive you for everything I said for my name's sake, because God said, you are these people, you guys have the promise, you guys will get that promise. This is where I'm saying we have a different God, because in the Old Testament, the God's enemies are Muhammad and his people.
Oh, I'm sorry that you think that, brother.
I don't think
I'm sorry
God
that you
said
think-
that.
No, God did not say it. God did not.
I just read that
God-
to you.
You read to me things that were written before Muhammad came. So how could they be
That
talking
is my
about Muhammad?
point.
How could
He's
they
an
be talking about
Ishmaelite, a descendant from Ishmael. That's my point, though, Fatima. What do we do with that when it says God doesn't change? And you said you agree with that.
God does not.
And there's various passages where it says the Israelites will get it, the Israelites will get it, the Israelites will get it.
It is how you're interpreting.
Can I
the
read it for you
text
and
that
you
you're
interpret it for me?
No, because I have not read that.
So how do you
and
know
I
I'm
wouldn't-
misinterpreting it?
When I'm listening, no, I'm not saying you are misinterpreting it. I'm saying, according to my beliefs, I would believe at this time that you're misinterpreting it, but I wouldn't say 100% unless I researched it myself. I don't believe
Okay.
things that people
Okay, that's
tell
fine.
me,
I'll take that.
even if it's.
Have you studied
know,
Muslim
I
history,
would
though?
believe something that my husband told me, and he was raised a Muslim, and every time he tells me something, I look.
Your
up
husband
to.
is Arabic?
No, he's South Asian, Pakistani.
Oh,
So
okay.
I don't even believe everything he tells me. And he was raised in the religion. I don't believe everything
Okay,
he
let-
tells me because I.
Let me ask you
I
this.
feel the need
Are you familiar
to
with the history
research
of what Islam did?
in the past? You mean
Like, for example, the
wars and
sub-Saharan
stuff?
slave trade,
Yes.
where they had thousands and thousands and thousands of Africans in slavery.
Yes, I am aware that.
Was that justified?
No, because that's also not Islam. Islam
God
tells
didn't lead
us-
them to do that?
No, God did not lead them to do that. God tells us that we should free slaves. That even
Give
nowadays,
me Revelation
if you-
13:10.
Even nowadays, if you miss your fast, that's one of the greatest things you could do is free somebody from like financial slavery. You know, like there's not a lot of slavery in the world anymore, but it says free somebody from slavery, and
Cool.
then you'll be rewarded for that.
The book of Revelation was given as a revelation to Christ to give to John.
Yeah.
So God revealed this to John, right? Go ahead.
9 and 13.
Just 10.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
He that leadeth into captivity.
So he that leads somebody into captivity, which the sub-Saharan slave trade happened, right? Muslims led Africans into slavery.
But black
Shall
people
go
led black
into
people
captivity.
slavery.
That's neither here nor there. I'm holding your people accountable, right?
He that killeth with a sword must be killed with a sword.
Uh-huh.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
So this prophecy, this vision that God gave to John says those people that led into captivity shall go into captivity. And you agree that was a horrible thing that they did,
Absolutely.
right? So God here gave this revelation to John and said, look, those people that led into captivity will go into captivity.
You're again confusing Islam with what Islamic people have done. Those are not the same
So
thing.
did God mislead
Islam-
those people?
No, those people were misled. They were misled by the devil or whatever bad thing they were following, but they were not following the word of God. They were not,
Okay.
because they would not have done such a
I'll
thing.
tell you this much. If they were actually believing the word of God, they would never fall and follow Muhammad to begin with.
All right, I'm going to leave. But
All right,
thank you.
Fatima.
It's been a pleasure to speak to you guys.
Hey, thank
and
you.
I hope you have a
I don't know
nice
if you
day.
got anything for the Muslims watching. I'm sure there's
No.
Muslims watching in there going crazy.
I'm a revert Muslim. I don't know everything, and as a former Christian, I don't know everything about Christianity either. As I said previously, and I'll say it again, if you are a strong believer in God, if you follow what you believe is the best path towards God, you believe wholeheartedly that what you're following is the right path, that I believe that God will have mercy upon you, even if you follow the wrong path. So, that's all. Do good.
Do better. I like that.
Thank
Right?
you.
You had something? Go ahead. All right. Oh, go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 11.
Uh-huh.
And many false prophets shall rise
Did you get
and
that
shall
verse with the angel?
deceive many.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Uh-huh.
And he that shall endure until the end, same shall be saved.
So this is the thing I mean, besides the obvious what was in that verse, right? I don't want to keep stomping on you, right? But the same, he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. And I like what you said about the Christians, because I believe that Christianity left a horrible bad taste in people's mouths, that they try to find God somewhere else. And at the same time, they look at Islam and say these people are very devout people because of the way that they carry themselves and the things that they do. And I would agree. Like, I'm gonna give you an example, right? Like when the World Cup had happened, I believe it was in Qatar. People went to Qatar in their little dresses and everything, and they got sent to jail. They said, we're not accepting this BS over here, right? Everything that America is okay with, that Christianity is okay with, that Catholicism okay with, Muslims aren't okay with. They said, you guys better get right. Would you agree?
I do agree, but I want to mention one more thing.
Go ahead.
Okay, because this is something that I started to mention earlier, and it's going to make me sound absolutely crazy to most people, but this is a fact, and this is why I believe what I believe above everything. I don't believe what I believe because of what I've read in the Quran. I don't believe what I believe because of what I read in the Bible. I believe what I believe because when I was going through a time where I was challenged religiously and I was deciding what my path in life was going to be, God told me to become a Muslim.
God told you what?
To become a Muslim. And that very same day, I reverted to Islam. I didn't know a single Muslim in my life at that time, in Connecticut. And so I became a Muslim from that point, and since that time...
Is there a prominent white Muslim community in Connecticut?
No, not at all. Not at all. I walked 4 miles to the masjid the first time I went. I didn't know any Muslims. I used to get teased all the time. Like, you know, it was not an easy path, but as much as you believe everything you believe, I believe that God told me to be a Muslim. And so because of that, no matter what happens, I would never believe anything else. But also, when I was a Christian, I felt that I had a very strong tie to Jesus Christ. And I still have the same amount of love and respect for Jesus Christ as a Muslim as I did when I was a Christian. And I believe that my love and respect for Jesus Christ is greater than many Christians these days. I have a great love and respect, and you know, I believe that he was everything that he was supposed to be, and it was only people who followed him who made it look like he wasn't.
But Fatima, this is before you run off. I know you said all that. It sounds
Sure,
beautiful.
I gotta get this
But
out.
here's where I wanted to say with that. Why do you believe something that you believe is also a lie? You said the things that I read in this book, you'll say, I don't know, they've been changed, this and that. But the things that have been changed in your eyes is the things that you wholeheartedly believe to be true. You said, I believe in Jesus, and he did this and he did that. But then when I go to Jesus, you say, no, that's different.
I'm saying that I don't believe, I believe in Jesus Christ and the way that
You
he-
feel.
Correct. In the way that I believe he meant to guide people. I don't believe everything that's written in the Bible. I mean, I just don't.
So when we read that God does not change, and then God also says your heart is deceitful above all things, how do you know you're not being misled?
I believe
To believe in a false Jesus.
I believe I'm
when the real Jesus in the Bible is an austere and stern
believe,
man.
I believe that God would not have misled me in this way. So I'm a good person. I'm not a saint. I'm not somebody who doesn't ever do anything wrong. I told you I'm a sinner. But I do believe that I'm a good person, and I do believe that I have the love of God, and that a God who loves me would not betray me.
So as a Muslim woman, do you think because you converted to Islam, that means that God no longer is going to hold you accountable for what your ancestors did to our people?
Do I believe that God's not going to hold me accountable?
Yeah.
I mean, I believe that even when I was a Christian. I don't believe that God is going to. I didn't believe that even when I was a Christian. I don't believe in the birth of sin. I don't believe that when we're born that we carry the sin of our forefathers. I don't believe that.
You don't
I
believe
never
that?
did. When I was a Christian.
But what about when God says he's going to judge nations? Like, for example, I believe you to be an Edomite in the Bible. And God says that God is going to destroy the Edomites when Christ comes back. What do you think about that?
I don't believe it.
All right, Fatima, have a good one. What's going on with you, man?
Take care.
Huh? What's going on with my man right here? I don't know who I'm talking to, bro.
Israel, Palestine.
Oh, you, bro. My bad.
Israel, Palestine.
I'll say this. I support God's chosen people, right? I do not think that what's happening in Palestine today is a good thing. I believe that the Palestinian people should not be held accountable for trying to fight back to oppression, right? I don't think innocent babies should die, right? What do you think about that, man?
I ain't gonna lie, it's free Israel. Flip the Jew.
And with that, I want to give all praise to the Most High God.
Let me tell.
All right, man. No, I'm just playing.
It's free Palestine to the day we die. Free Palestine.
But here, hold on. I'm gonna ask you guys a question, right? What does Palestine go back to? What word does it go back to?
I ain't gonna lie, it's too studious for me.
Yeah, Palestine. What does it go back to? Philistine, right? Here's the thing. Who's your ancestor according to the sacred text? Who do you go back to? Yeah.
Abraham.
But what son?
The people of Jacob.
You go back to Jacob? Why did he say Jacob?
He's young, he's 13. That's the Jews.
Okay, so perfect. So you descend from Ishmael, right? Just like Muhammad did, right? Yeah. We'll finish it with that one. But here's the problem, though. The Philistines in the Bible do not descend from Abraham whatsoever. They descend from a man named Ham. Are you familiar with that?
Ham?
A man named Ham. Ham. You remember Shem, Japheth?
I only know the Arabic. I ain't gonna lie, brother. The names.
Okay, so Shem, Japheth, and Ham, right? Abraham descends from Shem, which I agree. You guys do descend from Abraham. The Palestinians or the Philistines do not descend from Abraham. They descend from a man named Ham. Meaning what? You guys are not the true Palestinians. You guys are Arabs, right? The real Palestinians are black people. The real Palestinians are black.
But Arabs are Palestinians.
Of course.
Arabs are Palestinians.
Of course.
But yeah, you can't be Caucasian inside as an Israelite, right?
Why would you be Caucasian?
I don't know. I just be seeing it on Twitter.
In the map of the Ottoman Empire, there's this region of the Ottoman Empire. It's called Sham, and that consists of countries like Syria, Iraq,
I agree. Yeah,
Jordan,
you guys are Shemites.
and
Yeah,
Palestine,
you guys are Shemites.
and
That's
Palestine.
I agree. You guys are Shemites. But
those
here's the
are
thing:
Arabs.
the original Palestine, like for example, Goliath, and these people, the people who are living in Egypt today are Arabs, right?
Yeah.
The original pharaohs were not Arabs; they were black people. Pharaohs pre-existed Arabs by hundreds of years.
Arabs were in the land.
Yeah, you guys conquered the land after, but you guys are not those original people, is what I'm getting to.
So Palestine is.
You said what again? Of course there is. Of course it is.
Wait, but Palestine is in the Middle East. Are you Palestinian?
And what about it though?
It's the Arab Peninsula.
Huh?
The Arabian Peninsula.
But here's the thing. Do you believe in the sacred text?
The Quran? Or
In,
what?
do you believe in the Bible whatsoever?
Oh no, I don't.
Not right now.
No, not right now. Perfect.
Like the
I agree.
original Bible, yes.
That's the same thing that where can I find the original Bible?
You can't.
No more. They all
So don't
say too
exist.
much.
Why do you believe in a man that God sent when you don't believe in the books that were written by that God? Through the prophecies of that God, through the vision of that
The
God.
Bible
Because
was
it tells
the
us in our
Bible.
book that those books have been corrupted.
Yeah.
So how do
And
you
our
know
book is
though?
preserved.
Because
How
it
do
was
you know?
written. It was
Because it's
written
all
by
about
authors.
belief.
So you believe that those books are incorrupt, but you believe that this other book that was also sent, that one's 100% accurate.
Yes.
Because it said that it's preserved.
Okay.
That's why.
Is
that's why
everything
the
good?
Quran
Is
was
everything
revealed.
is everything in that Quran the one? Is it good? You're gonna go through it, right?
We'll go through it. If you show me
Sahih
contradict-
al-Bukhari's, you believe in these things, right?
Yeah, so all the hadith.
Yeah,
Yes.
those are the
Everything that
hadith.
There's
Muhammad
a
did.
hadith, there's a weak hadith and there's strong narration. of
Sahih
hadith
al-Bukhari
too.
is a strong hadith, though, right?
It's,
Yeah.
okay,
It's
yeah,
Right,
it's a
right,
compiled-
right.
yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
a-
here,
yeah.
so this
It's
is
a
where we're
book.
gonna go with it, right? Muhammad gave you guys an example as a perfect man to live by, right? Until death, it says, right? You guys agree? Does God change whatsoever? Like the
God
things
doesn't
that God
change.
allows back then, I'm gonna give you an example. When God says don't eat pork, is it okay to eat pork now?
No.
Okay,
It's
perfect.
forbidden.
When God allowed Muhammad to marry a 6-year-old, was that okay?
Okay, look,
When was
but
it a
he was.
six-year-old?
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Here we
Okay.
go.
Here's the
You're
thing.
Here we
talking
go.
about- You're talking
look-
about centuries ago. Centuries
Look.
ago. And the Quran it specifically tells you a girl can't get married unless she what? Reaches the age of puberty. If the girl is at the age
Whoa.
of puberty,
What consists of puberty? How do you know she's going through puberty?
after she get her period.
Because it was
Perfect.
written in the hadith.
You get that from me?
It was written in the hadith.
What if
that
can
she
I
was already
divorce
in
a
the
woman?
age of-
Wait,
of
I want to have
puberty.
a good conversation,
What's
right?
the-
I don't know
yeah.
if bro wants to talk for you, or if you want to talk, or
the-
if we can have turns. I just don't
What's
want
the
to
king that got
overtalk.
married to like a 3-year-old.
Rebecca was 3 years old. Rebecca was 3 years old.
Here's where I'll say, prove it.
Prove it.
How can you prove Aisha was 6 years old?
Prove it.
Because it wasn't her name.
Prove it.
Her age was not mentioned in any hadith whatsoever. It wasn't mentioned in the Quran.
Sahih
It
al
wasn't
That's not what
mentioned.
Sahih al-Bukhari says, but
Okay,
okay.
it's not-
Go
it's
ahead.
not.
Go
I
ahead.
pulled up the hadith.
Bro, chop us down.
Richard married a 6-year-old.
Go ahead.
Hey, hold on. A 9-year-old married a 12-year-old.
Says
I
who?
forgot his name.
Says who? Show me, please. Book, chapter,
Show me
verse.
the hadith.
Hey, book, chapter, verse in the book that you don't believe in, please.
Right. Bring it out.
Yeah, let's get the surah.
Based
Go
off
ahead.
of your book.
Surah chapter 65, verse 4.
Bring it out.
And those who no longer expect menstruation
So the people who, the women after menopause, they're divorced. What?
among your women,
Uh huh.
if you doubt, then their period is 3 months.
So a woman who no longer has her period, her waiting time for divorce is 3 months. You wait 3 months to remarry. Go ahead.
And also for those who have not menstruated.
So you said puberty means you have your period already. This says in order to divorce a woman who hasn't even menstruated yet, that means she hasn't even gone through puberty. What is it?
And also for those who have not menstruated, and for those who are pregnant,
Uh-huh.
and their term is until they give birth.
So this is what I'm saying. So how can you divorce a woman that hasn't had her period when you just said she has to go through puberty in order to have?
She was already at that stage of puberty. She was already at that stage of puberty.
Some women do not ever have their periods. To be clear, some women
Okay, that's
do
fine.
not get their
That's,
period.
that's fine. So what? You just never marry them? So they can never get divorced then?
It was already mentioned in the hadith that she was already engaged before she even married. Before she was married to Prophet Muhammad. Therefore, she was already past that stage of puberty. So she was allowed. At that time, she was allowed to be married, and it wasn't. And here's what you're doing. You're doing presentism. You're comparing the standards of the present today to the past, which is not.
But here's the difference. So here's the thing. Here's why I will do it, because 600 years before that, as I told Fatima here, Jesus called a 12-year-old a little girl.
Okay, look. Let me ask you this: what was the age of consent in Delaware here in America?
I don't care what white
100
people
years
allow,
ago.
bro. I
7
care what
years
God
old.
allows.
7 years old.
I care what God allows.
7 years old. The age of consent was 7 years old.
And I'm gonna give you.
Isn't that crazy?
Hold on, Fatima. Grown men are
Isn't that
talking here.
crazy?
So watch this. Wait. Okay. You just did. So here,
Let her get your 2 cents.
here's the thing. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll let my plane. Give me 1 second. Hold on, Fatima. That's fine. But wait, just wait. That's Fatima. Okay, watch this. This is the thing. God is a God of decency and in order. So like I said, Tazak, hold on. Wait, there is no mic in our hands. So watch this. All right. Tazak, chill. So watch this. Watch this.
Let her talk.
Chill out, bro. Watch this. Brother, chill out, bro. Hey, Tazak, switch with him. Bro, what's up with you, bro?
Look at him.
Chill out, bro. You're out of order right now. Chill. Watch this. Watch this.
Hey, religion and peace. And Hispanic people are religion and peace. Come on.
That's fine, bro. That's fine. Watch this.
Laugh at y'all. Y'all don't even really.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And this is where I was going to. When someone's making a point and someone just talks over you, that's disrespectful. That's all we're saying.
You called her Fatima.
That's her name, genius. What is up with you, bro? Okay, so that's fine, Fatima, but wait. Fatima, I know. Fatima, wait. So when someone is talking, Fatima, when somebody is talking and you just want to talk over me,
They ain't shit. They ain't shit. They ain't shit.
off of what? Off of what? Off of what? Off of what? Off of what?
Off of what?
The rape, rob, and murder off of our people.
You emotional ass
Bro, that's fine. Look, and listen, hey, Mayashawar, turn that mic off. This is what I'm gonna do.
Europeans, they built this shit.
Yo,
You got a problem with it?
get bro.
Okay then.
Watch this. And this is what happens. Ishmael is a wild man, thus says the Bible.
Right.
Ishmael does not know about order. That's why Ishmael can go and conquer and do all this stuff and do it. You can't even stand on your book. You can't even stand on your book.
What book are you talking about?
If you
Another
didn't,
race is superior than another race. Why should I even listen to you?
does God say it?
Why should I even listen to
Does
you?
God say
Why
it?
should I even listen to
Does
you?
God say it?
What the fuck?
Does God say it?
You think another race?
Does
is
God
superior
say
than
it?
another race?
Yes.
No, I'm gonna talk about shit.
Yes.
Because I legally can.
Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Are you Arab?
Bro, it don't matter. I'm
I'm
born and
asking
raised
you.
in Oakland. Born and raised
That's
in
fine.
Oakland, native.
I'm asking you
born
this.
and raised in Oakland.
I'm gonna ask you this.
Born and raised
Are
in
you
Oakland.
Arab?
Born and raised in Oakland. Outside
What?
this country, American. Over
Okay.
here, Arab. Don't matter.
Name me one
give a
great
fuck.
football
You think another
player that
super-
was
you
an
think
Arab.
another race
Name me one
is
basketball
bigger-
player that was
Go
great
to a
as that.
different
Name me one
country. Go to a
boxer.
different country,
Name me
see how they
an
treat you.
architect.
So,
Name me anything
hey,
of that.
Respect the people out here. Respect the people out here.
Yeah, did you know
Another
that
race
Arabs?
ain't-
Did you know that
If I
Arabs?
was white, I couldn't join your fucking group.
Of
right?
course you couldn't.
If I was white, I couldn't join your group. Right?
Did you know that Arabs? Did you know that Arabs had black people in slavery? Did you know that? Did you know that white people had black people in slavery?
You want to talk to this fool?
No, here's no, bro. Hold on.
Y'all just start doing that. Y'all just start doing that.
So because Muhammad was a pedophile, we can't talk now. Because you got hurt that Muhammad was a pedophile, we can't. So let's talk about scripture then. Let's talk about scripture. Fatima. Hey, get in line. Watch this. We're good. Perfect. If here's the thing, brother. If we're gonna have a discussion, I would love to have a discussion. When your boys get emotional and start yelling and start doing that, we're not gonna have a discussion. Okay, perfect.
Can you have a discussion with me though?
Hold on. The woman that you allow to talk is causing disruption. That's my thing. Can you tell the woman that you allow to talk to back up?
I don't
So
know.
perfect. So that's why I'm saying this is the thing that you guys allow to do when we want decency and in order disrupted everything.
Okay.
I don't
She
want.
was just trying to speak. Okay, but it's fine.
It's
So,
not okay.
What is your argument? What is it?
It's not
what are you
okay.
saying?
But here's-
Because I just heard you say that Muhammad is a pedophile. How is he a pedophile when I just told you that
If I had to explain to you why marrying a 6-year-old is pedophilia, that's crazy, bro.
Because at that time she was past the stage of puberty. At that time she was
Prove it.
Okay,
Prove
explain,
it.
Okay,
Prove it.
Prove to me why Rebecca was 3 years old when she got married.
Prove that. You have to prove that.
Okay, you prove me why Muhammad is a pedophile.
Because Sahih al-Bukhari says she was 6 years old and
Where?
she had consummated
Where?
the marriage at 9.
Where did it say
Let's
she
read
was
it.
It didn't say any number.
I got a
It
question.
didn't say any number.
Wait, stand up.
What book do you guys follow?
Wait, bro, hold on. I got a question to slavery.
What book do you guys follow? The Torah?
Wait, are you guys Jewish?
No, I'm not Jewish. Let's read it.
Sahih al-Bukhari, chapter
what book do you guys
51,
follow,
verse
bro?
34.
Right now I'm reading Sahih al-Bukhari.
What book do you guys
Right now I'm
follow?
reading Sahih
What book do you guys
al-Bukhari.
follow? I can't argue.
This is what I'm
I don't know
saying.
what
You
book
guys do not.
follow.
I'm talking about Sahih al-Bukhari right now. The verse that your boy asked me to bring out, I am bringing out.
Okay,
So
what
you
book
need
do
to
you
get in
follow?
order with your boy, so
Okay,
you guys
what
are
book
in
do
one
you
accord
follow?
about what is going
Why
on.
can't you answer a simple question? What book do you
I
follow?
follow the Bible.
Okay,
The Bible.
How long ago was this?
So now let's talk about Sahih al-Bukhari, which you agreed to originally. That is a strong hadith, right? Let's see what it says.
Sahih al-Bukhari 51 and 34, that the Prophet married her when she was 6 years old, and he consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old.
So now I want to substantiate my stance. So before I let you talk, you said a woman has to get married after she reaches puberty. I asked you, what is substantiates puberty? You said period. A period, right? A menstruation. Or your boy did, whoever was here with you.
Okay,
So you don't agree with that?
I didn't say that.
So
Because
having a
like the
period
woman
doesn't
just said-
substantiate. Okay, go ahead.
Like the woman just said, not all women have period. So like she's not look.
Is that
you
a
don't have to-
majority?
no.
Is that a majority
you
of
don't have
women?
to, you don't have to be in a puberty to have period. You don't have to. That's not like it's setting that stage. Anyways, look, she was like I just said, she was at that stage of puberty. So she was engaged. She was engaged before she got married. She got married at 9 years old. She was engaged.
It
at
says
6.
consummated at 9. What does consummated mean?
I don't know. You tell me.
Fatima just said that it means sex. We agree.
Okay.
Do you agree?
Okay, look. Okay, look. She was at that stage of puberty, so therefore it was right. It was right.
Huh?
It was right. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. You can't refute that because at that time it was okay because she was past that stage of puberty.
How do you know though? Is what I'm saying.
Because it was written. It's written.
Around how old was she then?
I'm not sure.
But she just
Okay,
wasn't
look.
9. How Sahih al-Bukhari says.
I'm not that much knowledgeable.
So
on the
let's
thing, but
say.
look, she was at that stage.
Hey,
of
this
puberty,
guy's probably the
therefore
most valiant of y'all all. How old was Aisha when Muhammad had sex with her?
Why are you putting him on the spot? I don't know.
Because you just was blabbering on about how King Josiah this and that when the Bible doesn't say that.
The fact. All right, let's talk about
No,
the
no, no.
fact.
I want you to
Hold on,
answer
hold
my little guy. I
A
want you to
90
answer my question.
Hey,
Watch this,
a
watch this. I
90-year-old
want you to
married a
answer this.
12-year-old girl. That's all I gotta say. That's outrageous.
Rebecca was 3, bro.
Prove it.
Rebecca was 3.
No, hold on.
It's in
Prove
your
it.
Bible.
Prove it. My whole point was Muhammad is the perfect example for all men, according to you guys. I said the things that God allowed back then, is it okay now? You guys said yes. Then I said Muhammad married a 6-year-old and had sex with her when she was 9.
No.
You guys went crazy.
I would say.
So I am saying, is that right for you guys to have sex with 9-year-olds?
No, I think my proposition, I'm different. I would say no, you can't. You could obviously, anyone could argue times was different back then. But, or like with Muslim men?
Yes.
Or
People in Yemen are doing it today.
What was the age of consent?
Let's look it up.
Let's look it up. Consent in Delaware. What was the age of
And
consent
this is
in
what
Delaware?
you tried to say
a century
earlier.
ago?
I don't care what white people allow. I think white people
What
are
do you
crazy
mean?
as well.
This is a Christian country. What was the age of consent in Delaware in America?
People who allow
7 years
homosexual
old.
marriages are
7
Christian
years old.
country?
7 years old.
America
is not a Christian country?
No, it's not. They
How
can
is it not a
say they
Christian
are,
country?
but they don't truly follow
The
Christ.
Constitution is based on Christianity.
Okay, you hear my answer to what I just told you, right? The Bible, which is a Christian faith, says homosexuals should be put to what? They should be unalived, right?
Okay.
So for people that says, we're going to have the biggest gay parade here in America, are they Christians or are they not?
Okay, but this is a Christian country, right? Is the Constitution? Is the Constitution not
Okay,
based?
went over your head.
Is the
All right, go
Constitution
ahead.
not based on a Christian statement? It literally says, hold on. And Thomas Jefferson, he literally said that all men are created equal, and that
Were
God
they?
is.
Are they?
yeah.
Are they right now? I thought last I heard African Americans
I
are
know.
3/5
It's
of a
a
person.
fallacy. It's a fallacy, right? That's
So
what I'm
come
telling
on,
you.
man. Let's be
That's what
real,
I'm
bro.
telling
Let's be real. That doesn't negate the fact of what I just told you, though. Go ahead.
So you're trying to bring up.
This
the
is the
Aisha, like
Guardian.
it's not-
This is the Guardian.com. An 8-year-old Yemeni girl has died of an eternal bleeding
From what?
on her wedding night after marrying a man 5 times her age.
Go to West Africa, they do the same
A,
thing.
so, a
There's bad people
social
everywhere.
activist
What are you trying
and
to do?
2 local residents.
Wait, hold on. I'm saying that the God that you believe in is okay with it. I'm saying that the God of the Bible is not okay with it.
No, I don't. No, absolutely not. It's
So
not okay.
what? How is our God okay with
I
it?
think-
So you don't think
Was
you
Muhammad
think
a
we don't
perfect
think-
example?
You think we don't think that he's gonna get punished for that?
Muhammad's
yes or
gonna
no?
get punished?
Yes or no?
Is Muhammad gonna
Yes
get punished?
or no?
I think, of course,
Okay then.
he's gonna
So
get
why would-
punished.
So how is God allowing it then?
That's my question to you, brother.
I'm telling you, we don't allow it.
Did God allow
You're
Muhammad to
talking
do
about
it?
Centuries ago, we're talking about
No,
now. It's
but here's
different times.
see, the thing was
It's
when
different
you
times.
guys came up here, I held a
Changing.
bag,
People
right?
evolve.
Watch
The
this,
people
watch this.
evolve,
I
yes
got
or
you.
no?
That's fine. I okay, cool. The thing
Okay,
that
cool,
happened,
you're not answering the question.
no, the thing that happened was
I'm
this.
not gonna argue. It's a,
No,
this
the
religion,
thing was
it
that you
doesn't accept all
jumped in the
people.
bag and now you're trying to crawl out of it
I'm
and
not
you
trying to
can't.
crawl out of it.
When you first walked
You're
up,
literally a religion that doesn't accept only specific people. Islam, what do they do? Anybody could be Islam. You could be Mexican, you could be black, you could be African.
do people who are Muslims, do they call Ethiopians raisin heads?
Raisin? What?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that from? Wait, hold on, wait.
Let's read.
Habesha.
So you know what I'm
are you
talking about. That's what I'm saying. So do Muslims
Going back to
accept
read.
all people then?
Yeah, we
When they
accept
call
all
an
people.
Ethiopian a
Who was the
raisin head.
first person to
No,
call
yeah.
Adhan in Mecca?
I mean, we're the.
Or
I don't know.
Bilal.
I
Islam
don't
is the
know.
most
I don't
diverse
know.
religion in this world. Islam
That's
is
fine.
the most diverse.
But you know what the Bible also says? Broad is the way of destruction.
What does the
So
Bible
why
say?
would I
The
believe that?
Bible has a million contradictions.
Yeah, yeah.
Show me some. Show me some. Show me some.
Yes.
Show me some.
Yeah.
You just said Islam doesn't
Bible.
accept all people, right? Yeah, you just said.
I didn't say Islam doesn't.
You just said that.
No, I didn't say Islam doesn't
Did
accept
you
all
not
people.
just say that? You just said that.
You said what?
Did you not just say Islam doesn't accept all people?
No, I said how do they accept all people when they call
Oh, okay.
Ethiopians raisin heads?
I thought you said
That's my
Islam
point.
doesn't.
Ethiopian people are Habesha. They're from the land of Habesh. They're called Habesha.
They're from the land of what?
Habesh. Habesha.
What does that mean?
Habesha. What does it mean? That's
Yeah.
where they're from.
What does it mean?
I don't know what it means. That's what they're
What's
called.
it mean?
Habesha. Habeshi.
So you said they're from the land of Habish as if it's important when you don't even know what it means, bro.
That's where they're from.
Go ahead.
That's what it's
Sahih al-Bukhari 7142.
Uh-huh.
Allah's messenger said you should listen to and obey your ruler even if he was an Ethiopian black slave whose head looks like a raisin.
What do you?
No, that is just. That's not. Okay, show us the source. Show us the source.
Look it up.
Sahih al-Bukhari.
Look it up. Look it up. Look it
Sahih
up.
al-Bukhari.
Look it up.
Okay, what part?
Hey, look it up for us. Look it up for us.
What part?
Here's what I'm saying, bro.
7142.
Read the contradiction.
Let's find it. Let's see. We're all inclusive, but we're racist.
Who's racist?
You guys
are
just
racist. You don't like white
it
people.
just said.
You're racist.
Look, wait,
You
look,
don't
watch this,
like
watch
white
this.
people.
What's your
You're
name, bro? I want to
racist.
have a good conversation.
Ali.
Ali, if we're not racist, what if I said you should believe everything, even if it was a white dude who looks spam colored? Am I racist right there? If I said even if this guy came up and told you something and he looks like a spam, am I being racist?
Spam. What's
That guy,
spam?
it means he's pink. He's not white.
Okay.
Right? So if I say believe everything he says, even if it's an Ethiopian who looks like a raisin head, am I being messed up and racist towards those people?
Talking about raisin head. What do raisins have to do with anything, bro?
I don't, bro.
You don't accept
You're-
people. We
you're-
accept everyone. That's the difference between my religion and your religion, bro.
Again, go ahead.
So this is another source, right?
Bro.
This is you guys calling black people the devil, right? This is in and
Bro,
Asab.
you can read the hadith all you want. There's
Ashrabab,
such feed. Do you know what
chapter
such feed is?
1.
It's
page
explanation to the
265.
hadith. There's scholars that explain the hadith. You can read a Quran ayah, you can read a hadith ayah. Doesn't matter. I'm not a scholar to come tell you how this happened, how that
Well,
happened.
but
There's
that's fine.
variations.
But Ali,
There's
Ali.
stories of
Hadith,
how
though.
it happened.
Ali.
There's
Strong
hadith.
hadith.
You can read hadith.
You're taking them out of
Doesn't matter.
context.
You guys
Take
are
it
supposed
out
to
of
believe in
context.
hadith,
You
so
take it
as
out of
Muslims.
context.
You're
Take
taking it out of
Wait,
context.
I'm
but
a scholar
but
here
look,
to tell
okay,
you
Ali.
what it means. You can read all the hadith
Hey,
you want.
shalom,
I
bro.
can't tell you what it
My
means.
bad.
You're good, cousin. You're good. You're good. Hey, Ali, all I'm saying is,
All I'm saying is my religion accepts everyone, your religion doesn't. That's it, bro.
okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
What
But
kind of
here's what I'm
religion
saying.
is that, bro?
Here's that's the difference to me though. Like the stances that you have against the Bible, you're saying that a corrupt Bible, but then you're going to points in the corrupt Bible. What if I just said it's not true then because it's a corrupt Bible then?
So you don't believe in your own book?
I believe in the book, and I'm using that book to show you that God is racist and God has a special
Okay,
people,
why did
and that the
Jesus-
Ishmael.
Why did Jesus fight like Muslims?
What's wrong with it? What's wrong with
What's
it?
wrong with
What
it?
did he say? Oh, praise Allah. Did he
So-
say that?
Okay, wait. So is Jesus God?
No.
What do you guys? You have to believe in the Trinity
Now you
or
don't know what to do because you're coming across people who actually study.
Right.
Do you guys believe in the Trinity or not?
No, I don't.
No.
You
So
know
what do
why?
guys-
Because you're coming across to people who actually study.
So then you're a Muslim.
Oh, what's God's name? What's God's name? What's God's name?
Allah.
What if the Bible calls me Allah?
The Bible doesn't call you Allah.
Are you sure?
Allah
Give me that.
translates to God.
There you go. So if Allah just translates to God, what is God's name?
Allah. Allah, God.
God's
Allah,
name
God.
is God?
Same thing. God's name is God. What is your God's
God,
name?
God has 99 names.
Okay, what is your God's name?
His what?
We call him the most
Do
compassionate. the most
you speak
merciful.
you speak Arabic?
Yeah.
How do you say Jew in Arabic?
Yahud.
Yahud. What does Yahoo mean?
Jew.
Yahoo. Not with a D. Yahoo.
Jews.
You know what it says? What the actual
what
thing
your
is?
God's
I'm
name?
showing you right now.
What is your God's name?
Yahud
Okay.
in Hebrew. I'm giving you the answer right now. If you just
Your
listen,
God's name. Okay, go.
Yahud comes. He was named something for a reason. When he was born, the woman, his mom said, "I'm gonna praise Yahweh, so I'm gonna call him Yahwadah." Yahudah means what? Praise Yahweh, not Ahaladah, Aladah. It's Yahwadah. Praise Yahweh. So if my God's name is Yahweh and your God's name is God, how do we have the same God, Ali? Please, the floor is yours.
What? What are you talking about?
That
bro?
is my
God
point, man.
is
Listen,
Allah.
let's get that in Genesis. Let's get that in Genesis. I'm Allah, bro. That's what the Bible says. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't
Yeah,
care
Psalms.
what the Bible says. I don't believe in the Bible.
Psalms chapter 82, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
I have said, ye are gods.
What do you think it says in the Hebrew right there? I have said ye are Allah. Right?
So you're Allah. You're Allah.
I'm Allah.
You're God.
I'm Allah.
Are you God?
I'm not the most high God, but I am for sure a God.
You're a God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Were you born?
You know why? Because Jesus says,
He's a God.
is it not written and called them God?
Religion accepts everybody.
I don't. You accept homosexuals? You accept homosexuals?
Homosexuality is a sin.
You don't accept them?
What do you mean accept? If they
You're not
wanna be
all-inclusive?
Muslim, come in. Be Muslim. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
You're a Muslim, but you're committing a sin. Same person who's Muslim.
Did white
but
people
drinks
commit
beer.
sins?
What do you? Huh?
Did white people commit sins?
Everyone.
Did they
everyone
build?
commits
Did they
sin.
build America
You
on
don't
the death
believe
over
in
100
sin.
million Black and Latino Native Americans?
I'm not saying they did.
And you
okay?
want me to include them?
If they repent to
they
God,
repent.
who am I to say anything?
They repent.
Who
You
am
know
I
why?
to
'Cause
say
God is the most
anything?
merciful. God is the most.
All right, man. What I would suggest is study and come back when you're ready to have a real conversation, man.
You didn't prove anything. You didn't prove anything.
I don't know if the Zechariah in their own Quran calls him Yah.
That's crazy.
How do you say Zechariah in
I'll
Quran?
just say
Prophet
this.
Zechariah.
What's up?
To Allah before it's too late, brother.
Turn to Allah? Turn
Before
to
it's
God?
too late.
What God?
I say it.
What God?
I'm just letting you know. I'm not here to argue or nothing.
Nah, definitely don't turn to me.
I'm
Don't turn to me.
Muhammad's parents didn't even
Wait, can I speak? I'll just say
Muhammad's
this.
parents didn't
I'm
even
just saying this. I'm not here to argue. I'm gonna just say this.
Go ahead, man.
I'm hoping Allah guides y'all. You feel me? Inshallah, guide Allah out to the right path.
What was your name?
Because right now, you guys are not going to.
What was your name?
But that's all I gotta say.
What's your name,
But
though?
y'all have a good day. All right? Y'all have a good day.
Huh?
I'm not here to argue, but
That's
man,
fine, bro.
Allah guides y'all, all
You
right?
said your finishing remark. I'll say mine. Please leave 6-year-olds and 9-year-olds alone when you guys go up and down the street, man. All right.
Rebecca was.
You still haven't proven that it's true, but all right.
It's in your shitty ID.
All right, man. All right. All right, man. Hey, you're walking with a 3-year-old. But all right. Look, man. Crazy. And give me that in Genesis 17. Actually, I'm gonna leave it with that one. Obviously, they don't believe in it, bro. And this is the thing, man. Christians need to learn a thing or two from Muslims, how to properly follow God, right? How to not be seen as stupid to other people and just say, look, I could do everything I want just because I'm merciful, I'm this and that. Learn to be a good follower of Christ because what Christ said to do, that's what you follow. It says, why call you me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say, right? That way you don't have people like them pointing fingers at you guys because you guys are walking upright. Right now, Christianity has led our people downtrodden into the most horrible things, right? Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 17, verse 20. And as for Ishmael,
As for these guys,
I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him.
Because essentially that's what Ishmael means, right? I have heard. Go ahead.
And I will make him fruitful. And will multiply him.
So he got a blessing being a son of Abraham. Go ahead.
Exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget. And I will make him a great nation.
which they are. They have a bunch of billionaires over there. These Arabs are filthy rich. Go ahead.
But my covenant.
But that means on the contrary, my covenant, what?
Will I establish with Isaac.
The covenant is with Isaac. And you know what the best comeback is for them? It's corrupted. That's not true. That's a lie. That's not the real Bible. The Bible says the covenant is made with the children of Israel, man. That's you so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans living in this Western hemisphere, not those damn little small hats out there who just got tore up by Tazariak on that podcast, right? Listen, man, I want you guys to come back to God first and foremost, and I wish any of you Christians would have anything against what I'm about to say. Come back to God wholeheartedly, keep God's commandments, and have faith in his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, right? Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew. And with that, I want to say shalom, man.